Hello, welcome
Hello.
back.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Woo-woo.
Another exciting episode of Initiative Impossible with the Dungeons and Daddies and Mistress. Just kidding. Dungeons and
Mistress.
Dragons.
My
So
mistress.
we're continuing on the Curse of Strahd. Oh, by the way, another thing I forgot to do. RJ, get a point of inspiration, by the way, for your little outburst during the tavern.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
Something
Playing-
good came from it.
Yeah, playing true to your character, I will give you a point for that, even in a situation that was almost dire for you guys.
I mean, yeah, we almost died, but it's fine.
Speaking of dire situations, would you guys like to recap the rest of the viewers on what happened exactly our last session?
Yeah, rude.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see.
Just volunteer rude, he knows.
He always knows.
I keep notes when I can. Oh, yeah. So after the Vijanti disappeared, which again was kind of rude, we found a letter from Madame Eva explaining, well, the tarot card she gave us and that we should head for the nearby village to start with. See, along the way, get attacked by some wolves and a swarm of ravens. So, but eventually we head to the village of Barovia, go to the Blood of the Vine Tavern, where we meet Ismark the Lesser, who was at least mentioned in the tarot card readings. So that at least starts us on the path. Then all of a sudden there's a meeting outside between some people who are looking for their daughter with the last name Vanderlof, like Marilyn. And yeah, they're meeting with Strahd. And
Mhm.
then Zildred decided he couldn't let an undead like Strahd go unpunished, so he lit his holy mace and was basically going to charge right out there and fight the Lord of the Undead.
he resisted.
Well, oh yeah,
Key
right.
point.
He did a good job.
Mhm.
But you did light your holy mace, and so then people started rushing out to warn Strahd. I blocked the door, and they jumped out the window. Like, okay, yeah, was not expecting that.
Yeah, those are followers of Strahd. They'll do just about damn near anything for that man. So,
Well,
as you
But
guys are
yeah.
now learning,
They're a crafty bunch.
Uh, or desperate.
Mhm.
Kind of goes hand in hand. But yeah, so Strahd knew where we were. Ismark helped us flee his tavern. Marilyn and Mordecai wound up getting separated in the rush and had to fight some wolves before they were able to get to the safe house. So there, yep, Mordecai used his pistol a few times. It sometimes hit.
Sometimes it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Just call me sometimes it.
Sometimes it. Sometimes it. Sometimes isn't.
So Ismark clues us in on some information here. That his father is the Burgomeister, Kolian Androvich. He gives us a basic map of the lands and notes that Wallachia is a place we should head to get his sister to safety away from Strahd. So we go to find his sister, Irina, who's holed up in the mansion of the Burgomeister. Surprisingly enough, I managed to be charismatic enough to let us in. Yeah.
That is true. You convinced
Yep.
his sister Irina to open the door for you. That is true.
Well, yeah, it turns out her father was dead, and so she would like some help burying him. So we decide to do that because she doesn't want to leave without burying him properly. So we head to the church where we meet the priest, Donovich, who apparently needs some help dealing with his son who's turning into, I think he said, a creature of the night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A creature of the night.
Creature of the night.
That does imply vampire. Oh, only one? Okay, we got this.
Two creatures.
Wait, what? Oh, nope. Nope, we out.
Three creatures. I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, you're about right. So I will again taking off from there. Again, you are now in the presence of the priest. You have entered near the center of the church and are currently conversating with him over the sun, which he has currently locked beneath. He has asked you guys for help in dealing with this because he does not have the strength to do so, and would be kindness to him in order to purge this place of his evil presence, as well as the vampiric power that he possesses. So he's once again reaching out to you, and if by doing so you do this, he will help you bear Irina's father.
I'm gonna do a quick investigation check to recall information about vampires.
Okay.
19.
You know there are creatures of the night that feed on the blood of others, mainly other humans, as they once were. Other than that, that is basic of your knowledge for the most part.
For a 19.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
You know that there is an undead creature that feeds on the blood of humans. Whether or not, if you're looking for purpose or anything of that nature, you can't detail that just based off of what you hear currently underneath.
Could I also attempt one with Sildred's background in an attempt to discern any possible weaknesses that
Yeah.
vampires might have? What should I? You want me to use religion? I guess it doesn't matter. They're both the same.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. 10. Went from 16 down to 6. So what does a 10 get me?
You know the basics of current vampire lore, so on and so forth. They have sensitivity to sunlight. A stake is also very dangerous to them. They cannot go past running water, as well as they cannot enter a building without being welcome in.
Okay. So he wants us to eliminate his son, correct? Or does he want us to cure him? Or
He would either way. Anything you can do
Take
to
care of him?
get rid of this. Yes, take care of his son. He doesn't have the strength to do so.
okay,
Once he entered this church, he was unaware of his current vampire possession, and in doing so, he lashed out, and in the last of his strength, he was able to put him down into the basement where he has stayed since. Locked
Okay.
in a trap door underneath.
I kind of look around at everybody. All right, Rude, you get the door. Everybody else block the windows. I'm gonna pull my mace out in case the father decides to take off.
Yeah. How many windows
Right.
we talking here?
Donovich looks around, kind of panicked as to what's going on. He's like, "No, there should not be no need for you to do such things in the church. The area from which he is in underneath, there is no windows at all. It is all blocked off. Only entrance is up through the cellar door, and that's it. There is no other way to enter this, to him to leave this holy sanctum, unless it is through there."
I was more than
Jumble
meaning in case the father decided to take off and let Strahd know I pulled my weapon out.
Oh no, I am. Well, I don't know if you're saying this out loud. Are you saying this out loud, or is this
No,
like?
this is to you.
Okay.
Sarcasm.
Oh, sarcasm, of course. I am no friend of that man. I am a holy man myself. I serve the morning lord, and his passionate glory is for that which I live for. I would by no means serve such an evil, despicable creature of the night.
Okay. Side note, we'll just have to remember for the future, that Lightbringer does not glow as a torch unless I command it to. I thought it was just I wield it and it's no, I have to tell it ignite or whatever.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep.
Well, Jumble puts his hand on the father's shoulder and says in abyssal to him,
I look forward to the anguish to death of your son will give you.
I put my hand on his other shoulder and I translate it to him because I can speak abyssal, so I just,
I can as well, and I kind of squint my eyes hard at Jumble for a second.
By the way, this is what Father Donovich looks like, just so you guys are aware.
Need some sun.
Yeah, well, he's in a land that has none, so.
I don't know if I trust this guy.
He could be a white Shrek.
Well, White Shrug right now is very discerned at what was just spoken to him. He's concerned. He's like, okay, that's very concerning to hear, but at this point, so long as you are able to end this curse for him, I would be most grateful. And again, he points down to where the cellar happens to be. It's there. Please, just if you do this for me, we will put this other man to rest, but I can't do so with my son down there on my mind. Roll perception, please.
Everybody?
Mm-hmm.
7.
16.
13.
23.
Whoa.
I'm vigilant.
Nice. Okay, Frankie and everyone except for Mordecai hears the hisses and screams from underneath there. Father, please, I hunger. Please, I smell blood up there. Please, Father. Change, shaking and rattling loudly as he's trying to move about to escape from his prison. Father
I like
cries
the,
a little bit, takes a handkerchief from his robe and just kind of.
I like the added his father, please. Shh.
You got this. There is hissing actually in the book. Make hissing sounds.
All
Fair
right.
enough.
So, yeah, how do we wanna approach this?
Well, there's only one entry.
Yep.
I volunteer to go last.
Frankie decides he's going to stay up with the father just in case something he is able to break through. Should be ready for it by the door.
I'm sure you all know how Zildjian
thinking,
feels about
Frankie.
this situation.
Well, Jumbo gets out his great sword and just declares in abyssal,
Come, let us defile this sanctum with cursed blood of the undead.
Look to Zildred and say he means well. He means well.
I sure hope so.
Do you want to take the plunge, holy man?
I do. I very, very much do. All right, I draw. I don't command it. I draw it and prepare to enter. Saying I need to pull this map up real quick. Okay, so it's big enough for one person to walk through.
Yeah, to walk down.
All right, so everybody's cool with it. I'll just get my mace out, my shield, and I'll start advancing down the stairs. Is it pitch black down here?
Yeah, there's no light.
All right. Ignite.
I'll send Battle Cat down with him too to go close behind him.
Maintain the violence for me. All right, so I'll ignite Lightbringer walking down the stairs. Do I need to make a check or anything for what I see?
Yeah, please.
What about a 5?
Nope.
All right.
It's very dark. And you've lit your mace now, right?
Yep, I lit it.
Okay. So with that, you can kind of see then. I'll out with that roll. Like, so you can kind of see like shadows of something kind of moving about, smelling the air. But like it's towards the back. It's more towards, I would say, the northeastern corner of the church. So as you head down, it'll be from the map. If you're going down the stairs to the top left area, is where he is, shackled underneath the pillars. Ground is pretty much bare. So you can see the cement tile and so forth. The walls are mudded. Not a very structured basement, mainly used for keeping a lot of supplies, things like that, such as hay, so on and so forth.
Sacramento wine.
Yes, things like that. Yes.
Wine.
Yeah, I'll kind of step off to the right a little bit, kind of looking around, give my comrades some time to come down the stairs and keep an eye out for any additional undeads.
I follow behind him.
All behind Jumble.
guess I'll be behind him.
Marilyn's at the top of the stairs. Yes, good job, boys.
Yeah.
Supervising.
Mm-hmm. Irina and her brother, as well as the father and Frankie, kind of watch from above. Frankie at the ready, holding her weapon just in case, hands tightly clutching in case this thing does escape. As you guys move down, you hear the what's blood? I smell the blood, and then almost see like red eyes in the darkness of underneath here, with a little bit of light shining through from where you had come from the trap door, just enough to kind of visibly see what besides the light of the mace that Zildred is currently holding. You see the form of a very fragile looking creature, humanish, ragged clothes, beaten, torn, lounge out as you hear the chain snap that was holding him. Not breaks, but snaps with that loud sound and holds him in place with the collar around his neck. And you hear the hisses of, I smell it. You're filled with it. I want it.
Okay. Well,
Do you know how to perform an exorcism?
I'm gonna roll my wisdom check real quick.
I'm gonna roll investigation on him to verify what we've got here.
Yeah, good call.
14.
Yeah, you can definitely tell this is the vampire that he was speaking about. That he is definitely an undead. You can see the fangs now as you've gained close enough, and with the light from the mace, depict that this is definitely a creature of the night. Doru is definitely turned, even though he's very weak right now from the lack of blood since he has been under here for some time. And in a sense, a little bit fearful because he was not expecting such a large crowd to come down those stairs.
Zildred grips his mace. You know that sound of like leather when you squeeze on it? It's like the creaking sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I start doing that. I'm like, huh? ready to exercise when need be.
Yeah, he does not like that mace, by the way. He is wincing at that light, eyes kind of putting his hands up.
Backfire beast.
The light, no! I need you guys to roll initiative now.
Okay, okay. 11 investigation on is it possible to cure vampirism, but I doubt I'll get much off that.
The only way to cure vampirism is to kill the vampire that had created him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, might be a bit tricky.
And that is
Then,
no easy
initiative.
task.
Yeah.
Okay, so initiatives have been rolled.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 15, 17, a 9, a 21, and a 10.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, with that, Marilyn, you're first.
Okay. I want to try the new cantrip I just got.
Uh-oh.
I want to cast Chill Touch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I got to roll that. 15.
That's a hit.
Woohoo! So 5 damage.
Now, if I'm right with Chill Touch, you have to be within proximity of the creature, right?
It
Tou-
says
no.
my
touch me.
range is 120 feet.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
Okay.
it's a very misleading name for a spell.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. It casts out a ghostly skeleton hand, and it.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes, you're right.
Yep. He takes
By the way,
necrotic
this
damage.
Chill Touch, by the way, does not look normal. Normally should. This hand looks decrepit and decayed, almost rotting when you touch with Chill Touch. Just so you know, and that's
And
because
when
of the plane of existence that you're on.
Oh,
Sweet. And when it hits an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my next turn.
Yep.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
done.
That the touch, almost necrotic in a sense, touches this vampire, and he winces in pain and screams.
and it attaches to him.
That's
So
cold.
Mhm.
Cold as ice.
Reach out and touch him.
Mordecai, it's your turn.
Okay, so gets to determine that light's the best course of action. The closest thing I have to light is a firebolt, so I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
Look at my
Flash
gun and
from
kind
above.
of put it back. I'm like, hey, let's try something else. And a 10.
No,
Okay, extra
that is a miss.
attack. I tried again.
Ah,
Okay.
16.
That's a hit.
Yeah. Burn with the light. 15 damage.
Oh. You cast that bolt of flame across him, reaching it and touching his body as it engulfs in flame, along with the chill touch now. This, all you hear is screams of horror and pain as he is ignited. The father upstairs, you can almost hear crying as he's starting to hear the sounds of his son being tortured in a sense with the power you guys are putting upon it.
Look over
Very
at
nice.
Jumbo. Is he over there giggling?
I'm smiling with like a deranged sneer sort of thing.
With
That's my
that-
turn.
Oh man. Okay. Well, the vampire spawn has had enough. Now engulfed in a bit of flame and such as it starts to go out and the chill touch, he's angered enough to grab at the chain, and with enough strength from his ungodly like undead powers, being a vampire, he pulls the chain out of the wall now, snapping it, trying to escape from his current torture. And with that, he's still in his same place near the pillar, but at this time being, he is no longer chained to that pillar. Jumbo, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, Jumble enters his barbarian rage.
Barbarian Rage.
You gonna jumble his
Yeah,
head
have-
with your mace? That's what Tim was asking.
Jumble him up.
Nope, sorry. Great sword. It's a great sword.
How great.
Yep. Jumble with a maniacal laugh, just runs over with his great sword and tries to cleave him apart. 13 to hit.
Nope, that's a miss.
Okay, well, with my new feature from Gloomstalker, I have 2 attacks on my first turn, so I'll try again. Nat 20.
Oh,
Roll for crit.
Boom!
Jumbo's the last
23.
person you want to take
That
a
is
crit
definitely a crit.
Oh, it is a great sword.
You may have missed with the first slice, but you came back through with the second as you come back up with it, and you're able to make contact with the neck.
Okay, that's 9, so double is 18, and plus 2 from rage is 20 damage.
Okay. You deal a mighty blow, landing it clean into the neck. You would think you would be able to cut more into the flesh, but somehow he still maintains some type of strength because the head does not come clean off as you pierce most of the neck almost to the bone. Kind of launching him back almost 5 feet with the amount of strength you're using with that barbarian rage, but he's still able to hit. With that, Zildred, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna charge the monster. Raise my weapon on high.
The vampire, right?
Mm-hmm.
The vampire.
Monster.
May the light cleanse your decrepit soul. Let me find my weapon.
You say that in character?
Ashes defile this sight.
Where's my weapon? No. 23.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Nice.
So I am going to use smite. It's an additional 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will use a second level slot to add an additional d8. So that'll be 3d8. Plus, with him being undead, will be 4d8 damage. So we will do my regular damage first. 13. plus 19. What's that? 32.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oof.
Beast.
You hit this thing with such strength that you almost drive it into the ground, knocking it off the blade of Jumbo as he puts his hands down to hold himself from getting hit with such power. The light itself is enough to almost drop him, but he still hangs on to a little bit of strength he had,
Yeah.
knowing that he hasn't fed in so long is the only thing driving him currently to stay up.
It's crazy
So
when
that-
being
that was my-
angry.
That's my
He
first
is.
swing, and then I'm gonna back swing up with my second attack.
Uh,
21.
yeah.
That's a hit.
So there's my first bit plus. I'm not gonna smite with this attack, but it does add. Here we go. I think I forgot to add that for the last one. That's okay. So a total of 16 damage with that swing.
Oh yeah. That uppercut that you do with that mace right on the jaw from Doru, completely gone. The light weapon hits the chin and it feels like the head's about to pop off, but instead the body just completely disintegrates in a flash of light. Nothing but ash left from where he once stood.
Damn.
You don't even hear screams. There's no sound even able to make besides the burst of light.
Look over at Mordecai. How's that for an exorcism?
I'm kind of awestruck. Just standing there like, whoa, pretty lights. It burns my eyes.
My eyes.
Jumbo kind of looks around. Didn't we come here to do something?
It's already done, my friend.
Kind of dusty down here.
Vampire dust. All
Um,
right, I'll put the mace head on the floor, kneel down and say my prayer over top of the recently deceased. Scoop up his ashes into a pile real quick and say a prayer.
You do so. And as you do that, roll perception for the rest of you.
Perception.
6.
21.
That one, baby.
Yeah.
Well, Zodard, you're too busy doing your prayer, so it's not like you can really hear anyway. You're really
Got my eyes
focused on
closed.
that prayer. Everyone else is kind of like, okay, we've seen this. But anyway, why am I not seeing Mordecai's? Oh, I see. Okay. Mordecai, you're kind of listening as well, not really paying attention. But Jumbo and Marilyn, you kind of notice something's a bit off. It's a little chillier in the room than it was before. There's a bit of fog rolling in from the top, in a sense. You can kind of see, like, from the light, it's almost like a fog in a sense. Even though you can still hear the wails of the father very loudly, because knowing his son is now passed, he's almost inconsolable at the moment. But definitely it's an odd chill now. And again, that fog is kind of rolling in, weirdly enough.
That fog is not a good sign, guys.
Yeah,
There's fog.
there's not good things that happen here in fog. That's become pretty clear.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get out of here, like now.
Hey,
Well, it's seeping up from top, so I don't know.
so Zildred, are you done with your prayers? Man, we got some weird fog rolling in, I guess.
Fog. Yeah, I'm done with my it's my other arch nemesis.
Fog,
Yeah.
my only enemy. We meet again, old friend.
Yeah, I finish my prayer and stand up and what's home?
Probably make our way upstairs again.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Marilyn, what do you see from up there on top of the stairs?
What?
What do you see up there at the top of the stairs?
I am kind of near the top. Can I roll a perception?
Yeah.
I like that. Ooh, 17.
Yeah, you peek your head up as you lift open the trap door. Well, it was already open, but you put your hand over where the lid was to kind of see what's going on as you peek your head up. And oddly enough, all you see is Father, Irina, and her brother, Markov. And that's it.
Guys,
Frankie
Frankie's missing.
is not there. And again, with the fog, you kind of lift your head up just enough over it as you can kind of feel the air pushing by your face. And everyone else doesn't seem to really notice because they're kind of gathered around the father trying to get him up in spirits. It's to like get a hold of himself as he's sobbing almost uncontrollably. So you're not aware if they've even noticed that Frankie's no longer there.
Yep, get up
Okay,
here.
but so I can at least hear her say that Frankie's gone.
Do you announce it to them that she's gone?
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
What?
Well, Jumble tries to basically vault over Marilyn to get up top. Do I make an athletics or
Yeah, roll athletics for that.
Oh.
No, roll acrobatics for that.
Oh darn! I had a nat 20 on athletics.
Oh darn.
Okay, an unnatural 20 on acrobatics.
Either way, it was almost like a ballerina. You just kind of just do like a complete like pirouette over Maryland to get up those stairs up to the top there. And as you again reach the top, you see the father on the ground sobbing, crying. Irina, Markov both kind of on the shoulders, like there, it's okay, Father, you'll be all right. We'll figure this out. It's okay. He's in a better place now. His soul has been cleansed, and there's no Frankie.
Frankie? Oh man!
Irina and them look up. What is going on? Where is their companion? She was just here a second ago.
Oh man! Frankie! I start trying to track her. 16 on survival.
You definitely notice if you look towards the ground from some of her steps, that you've gotten familiar with her weight and what her footsteps kind of look like in her boots. They seem to have left outside the doors. They turned around and walked out.
Come on,
Roll
Frankie.
a perception check as you look out those doors, though.
13.
There is a ghastly light from outside the church. You cannot quite make out what it is exactly, but it seems like it's all moving towards one direction outside of the church. And there is multiple of them. Lot of green faded lights that have a weird human-like shape.
Oh man.
Do
That's
all of
not
us see
right.
this, or is it just
Well,
Jumble?
I think I'm
Has
the only
anyone
one
else
up.
gone upstairs yet?
Yeah, I'll go upstairs.
Yep.
In a
All right.
typical fashion, no acrobatics.
You can all roll perception checks as you finally make it up to the top level of the church.
Guys,
Aw.
I think Frankie went outside. There's something weird out there. Oh man.
So, Marilyn, you're kind of more concerned with why this crying father is on his knees weeping when nothing happened to him. So you kind of think he was more of a pathetic man just weeping over the death of a turned son. The other two, again, you guys notice the same thing that's happened that Jumble has noticed. It looks like Frankie is no longer within this building, and there seems to be some type of green lights emanating outside of the church, walking away and in one direction. All somewhat in a human-like form.
Maryland's cold as ice.
Yeah,
Get
guys,
yourself
we're
together,
over here.
man.
I roll investigation on the lights. 17.
You're not quite sure what to make of it. It definitely does not look like they're trying to do anything suspicious in a sense, but it just seems to be some type of green light. And there's a bunch of them, and they're all moving in one direction in front of the doors of this church. And as you move closer, if you are going to move closer,
Well, at least to try and get a better look. I'm not quite stepping outside yet, but
I roll knowledge arcana on it. See if it's.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yes, you can tell these are spirits. They don't seem to be an evil type of spirit. but for some reason, it's almost like some type of like trance state they're in, and they just seem to be moving in one direction. Finally, after so much time of sobbing on the ground, the father stands up, takes a couple of deep breaths, like, it had to be done. I'm so sorry. I loved my son so much. It hurt me in my heart, but I seem to be okay now. What's this going on? Why is everyone standing around looking so odd?
Well, I think our friend Frankie went outside, and yeah, that's about all we got right now. So that's not good news.
Oh, during this time? Oh no.
What do you mean by this time?
Well, what time?
In this area, we have what is known as the March of the Dead.
That explains the spirits.
Yes, the spirits of this land. They every time around midnight, they all march from the graveyard and make their way through town up to Castle Ravenloft. Without fail, it is constant. They mean no harm. They do nothing. They don't. They just. This is what they do. They have done this since Strahd has taken this land, and this happens over and over again. But everyone in town knows that it is at 12 that this happens. I don't know if it has anything to do with your friend, though. It should not have affected her in any way. So, as to why she would be missing, I have no clue.
So these spirits are servants of Strahd, correct?
I cannot say that is the case. They may have actually been victims of Strahd in a sense. It's not to say whether or not they are truly servants, nor are they against Strahd. It is just something that happens.
Oh,
Very
I
strange.
walk over to the father and put my hand on his shoulder, and I say, "It's a cruel day when a father has to outlive a son.
It is true.
I'm sorry you had to go through this, sir."
I do appreciate it, young person. He taps you on the shoulder, like the best of his ability, as high as he can. It's like,
person.
I do thank you for your
person.
kind words. It helps much. Now, I cannot say that it is a wise idea to look for your friend right now, but I don't know if you want to stay here or not. But I promise is a promise, and I will bury the Burgermeister in the morning when it is safe. I can perform the ritual under the morning god, and his soul will be cleansed and put to rest, as well as my son's. You are welcome to stay till morning, or you can go out and look for your companion now. Irina and Markov, they turn to you guys and say, "We will stay here. We will wait until the father has been put to rest."
You guys
And
are so much help.
we try. We try. I understand. It's troublesome, but I cannot leave my sister here, and she will not go until we know that the Burgermeister is put to rest and in the ground. So I am sorry, we cannot help you at this moment. But
Well, far be it for me to, abandon the combat or anything. But I mean, Frankie's a tough girl. I'm sure she can take care of herself. And maybe let's not step outside when there's a whole parade of the dead. Yeah, just saying, just saying.
this is true. I will also say this too, that during the night is also a time where many of the creatures that serve Strahd are stronger, and they do move about more freely at this time. They tend not to be so active during the day. What little light there is.
See, so let's just hold up for the night, and I try to, what do you call it, covertly look around for valuables in the room. 13 perception.
All you typically see is just dusty old books, piers, so on and so forth. Many items within the church, candles, that kind of thing. A couple of banners of the Morning Lord.
No gilded candelabras or something.
Nope. It's actually a pretty dusty, beat up church for the most part. It's been ravaged by Strahd and his minions for some time now. The fact that it's still standing is almost a miracle in itself.
Well, it's not exactly a comfortable place to spend the night, but hey, it beats walking around with the dead.
It's true. My vote is also to stay here in the morning. If Irina and her brother do not wish to leave till after the Burgermeister is buried, the more the merrier.
Roll perceptions.
As I mentally prepare hot topics to converse with Irina throughout the night.
10.
Well,
19.
Mordecai, man. Oof.
Not very perceptive.
You have not been perceptive at all tonight. Jumbo, you're kind of, again, still trying to case the place, looking for something of value. Mordecai, you're also kind of just checking things out, trying to put like the puzzle together as to what's going on. Marilyn and Zildred, you guys notice outside that door, besides just the ghost, there seems to be two children kind of staring as well.
Like
Odd-looking children. Yes, indeed.
like ghost children or regular human children?
They don't seem to be ghost-like at this moment. They seem,
At this moment.
aside from the spirits, they look nothing like the spirits.
I'm gonna do a perception.
Yeah.
Do I see any sharp, pointy teeth?
No,
Okay.
they look extremely pale, even under these conditions, but they are in no way even close to the looks of the spirits currently passing by them.
well, Darwinism. I guess they're gone.
Who's gone?
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah. There's children out here.
What?
Children.
We gotta help them.
Do we, though?
Yeah.
Yes, we do, Marilyn. We have to help these children.
Hmm.
Okay, do I see them now? 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're aware of them standing outside currently.
All right. I guess cautiously approach. Kind of keep my head on a swivel. Cautiously approach.
I'll walk up with them too.
Hey there, kids. What's you doing out here all by yourself in the dark? Scary darkness.
We need your help. We need your help desperately.
Why don't you come inside? We can go into the church and we'll where it's safer to speak. I hear that lots of ghoulies like to run around at night, boogeymen and such.
That's exactly why we came here. There's a boogeyman at our house. Your friend, she's trying to help us right now, but I haven't seen her come out of that house in such a long time. And by the way, this is currently the image of the kids.
Huh. Not exactly what the picture I had in mind.
No.
Okay.
Please, you have to come. There's a monster in our house and a large one in our basement. It ate our parents. We can't go in there. We're scared.
As I get a closer look at them, and I notice that they look off a little bit, I'm gonna use divine sense on them.
I tried an inside check and failed.
I'm sensing for any detecting good and evil, celestial fiend, or undead within 60 feet of these children.
What'd you roll?
I think divine sense is just
Yeah, I
A
just
thing?
like within 60 feet.
Oh, okay. They're not evil. There's no dark coming off of them at all. You definitely know they're definitely not what you think they are, though. They don't seem to be living in a sense, but they're not dead either. As
So
an
they're
undead.
undead?
Are they undead? Is the
They're
question.
not. They're not vampires, but they are no longer living.
Ah,
So do they really need help?
That is a good question, actually. At this point, that is a good question.
If you want to sense motive, you're more than welcome to try.
I think that's insight.
I want to ask him real quick. What does
Eight.
our friend look like? You said she's in the house? Is it she,
Yes. Red hair, wearing some type of animal hat. We had come to the church looking for help, and she was the only one to answer while the man in the robe was crying.
Hmm.
I'm going to go back to the father and ask him about it. Assume that's who they're talking about.
Yeah.
See if he saw anything or...
I want to go back and get Irina and kind of point the children out to her. Do you know them?
I cannot say I have ever seen those children before. Though, from the clothes, I would say they are some type of royalty. The look of the Durst family, in a sense. I have not seen them for many, many years, though.
The Durst family?
Yes. The Durst family. It's tragic.
While Jumble tries to cheer the kids up by doing some acrobatic tricks, I rolled a nat 20 on performance.
They kind of smile a bit watching you jump around and act goofy and do some acrobatic tricks. The one holding his doll is kind of excited to see this and clutches it a little less tighter to his chest now that he feels a little less scared seeing you dance around.
You were talking to the father. What did he say? The father?
Oh, yeah.
It's like those children. They're the Durst children, Rose and Thorn. They have said to have passed many, many ages ago. Their house was destroyed a long time ago, but for some reason it keeps being rebuilt, and almost every year is destroyed and brought back. It is under some type of dark magic. We cannot explain or anything, but we have not seen those children in so long. It is said the whole Durst family had perished long ago. So weird.
Yes.
Indeed.
Very weird.
Wait, and Frankie's in that house? Oh, man.
I hate to say it, but we might have to go save Frankie.
You would be helping us out so much if you were able to come and stop the monster. Our parents were the last ones to have seen it in the basement.
Ooh, the parents ever eat? Oh, yeah, I'm sure they got a good look at that thing one from the inside.
Where are your parents?
They're looking very befuddled at you right now and scared.
Well, didn't you hear? They said the monster ate them.
And now they're crying.
Hang on, I'll try that too. Nope, no tears. Okay, weird. Doesn't seem to happen often. I always lose crying contests.
They're almost inconsolable right now.
Well, hey, let's go skip down through the parade of the dead and off to the scary house that keeps getting destroyed. Sounds like a rip-roaring good time.
I'm gonna second Mordecai's question. Where are your parents?
like we had said before, they're down in the basement. They were trying to hold the monster at bay. That was the last we saw of them.
Do they know what this
Sure.
monster looks like?
No, we're scared. We left the house some time ago and we have yet to come back. Not until the monster's gone.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll go let Irina and her brother and the father know that we'll be back later. We got business to take care of.
We will be
Evildoers
here
that eat
for
smite.
now. We will stay until you return.
Okay, so how far away is this house of yours?
It's not far. Please follow us.
Mm-hmm.
And they almost oddly enough kind of lift up instead of walking and kind of float out into the street.
This is a good
Hey,
sign.
I hop into the air to try to float like them and just fall on my ass. Huh. Wow. How do they do that?
Magic.
Yep.
Oh, you think? Oh. Oh, okay. Instead, I try to do a walking handstand. 8, so nope.
Aye.
You hear back from the crowd of spirits currently as they come back through and a puff of green smoke as they pass. Please hurry, we must leave. And they go back through again.
Wait, hang on, kids. And I chase after them.
All right, here we go, guys.
Yeah, I don't want to be the only girl. Might as well.
Follow that jumble.
You guys do throw as you move through the spirits as they continue along their path to the castle. Hang on, sorry. I thought I had something saved and didn't save, so. Okay. With that, you make your way down the streets towards this odd looking house. Again, now you notice the fog that you had saw earlier is now there once again, surrounding this building. The children wait for you by the door.
The death house.
The kids seem familiar, at least.
That's true.
This,
Interesting.
this is our home.
Zoom it out a little more. Mark, this looks sketchy.
Indeed, this is a very tall building. Like most of the buildings around you in a sense, but unlike other buildings, it's got the eerie fog to it, other than the fact that the size of its tall nature compared to the rest being of a 2, maybe a single level house. This is actually supposed to be a 3-level house, standing straight.
Do a quick survival check to look for tracks from Frankie. 7, so probably not.
Nope. But you notice there are some muddy prints that look a little bit fresh upon the doorstep, or where the door is actually the ground. Seem to be some footprints fresh there, but you can't determine whether or not they're Frankie's or not. I see your perception for Zildred, so
Yeah, I'm looking around.
you're just bewildered by the fog surrounding the building, oddly enough. When the rest of the town seems to be at ease, this is the only building to have this dense fog around it.
So I tried to do an Arcana check on the house, see if I notice anything strange about it. Magically.
So I roll an Arcana.
Yeah, I already rolled 11.
Okay, I don't see it yet. That's weird.
Oh, yeah.
I think you rolled it before.
Oh, I see it right there. That's okay. You rolled it before the survival check. Yeah. You notice that this definitely there is some strong magic coming from this house. It is odd. The whole building seems to be empowered in a sense.
Just as I thought, guys. Be on your guard. We might be walking into a trap. House has dense magic around it. Can't explain what it is,
It's
though.
definitely a trap.
Can I investigate for a house mimic?
There's a terrifying thought.
So you're rolling to see if there's a house mimic?
No.
Oh.
You
Wouldn't that be great?
You ever seen the movie Monster House?
It's a house, yes, I
Right.
have.
Yeah.
All right. I suppose I'll draw my weapon and shield, and I guess are we gonna go in, or are we casing the joint?
Well, I knock on the door and call for Frankie, see if she can hear us in there.
Frankie, are you in there?
Hey, Frankie.
Hey, Frankie.
You hear nothing back.
No snarls or anything, huh?
Is there any hissing coming from inside?
Nope. It's eerily silent.
Hmm. Are the children still here?
Yep. They're by the door currently.
Okay. Are they looking at us with that like weird, like dead fish face, head
Come play
tilted
with
look?
us.
Yeah.
No, they actually look kind of scared right now looking at the house. They're a bit worried. They don't want to go in.
All right. Stand back, children. They'd also handle this.
So are you guys entering
I
then?
was open. I guess we'll open the door.
I checked to at least see if the door is unlocked first.
Right.
Okay.
I thought maybe you were going to kick down the door, Zildred. I was waiting for it.
Stand back, children. Well, it's about to be destroyed. It's destroyed once a year anyway, so.
Yeah, true. These hinges, man, they're busted.
Did you roll for anything rude recently?
Oh, I just wanted to see if the door was unlocked.
Roll
Yeah,
for
it's
unlock.
unlocked.
Oh, okay.
You jiggle the handle and you hear the click. A little as you open it up. So it's a bit rusted, but it opens.
Well, I look inside. I'll roll for perception. 18.
Oil lamps hang from the porticio ceiling by chains, flanking a set of oaken doors that open into a grand foyer. Hanging on the south wall of the foyer is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, a styled golden windmill on a red shield, flanked by framed portraits of a stony-faced aristocrats, long dead members of the Durst family. Mahogany-framed double doors leading from the foyer to the main hall are set with panes of stained glass.
Oh, this is a swanky joint, all right. Yeah. I think this is worth investigating.
You don't see any monsters in there, Jumble?
What? Oh, right. That's what we were looking for. No monsters.
Okay.
Is it like lit well enough for
Oh yeah,
my regular human eyes to see?
yeah. The house is well lit for the most part, surprisingly enough, for being, like I said, there's lanterns kind of hanging up. So everything is lit, so you can be able to see areas besides some darkened corners not hit by the light of the lanterns.
This house is lit.
This house is lit. Lit AF.
So walk in. I'm gonna investigate some of the paintings. You said there were some on there. The Durst family. Got a 20 for investigate.
Yep. You can see that the Durst family is a lot of these portraits. They look just about as creepy as their kids. Darkened and mysterious with a sense of resting bee face in a sense along most of these portraits.
I investigate the shield to see if it's valuable at all. 8.
Not really worth much. The years have not been kind to it. Kind of beaten up and rusted. from sitting undusted for so long.
It's destroyed every year.
So I find it amazing there's still paintings here. Do they just keep recreating them, or?
Okay, I guess we'll advance further into the home.
I'll check for
warily.
tracks from. I'll check for tracks to see if Frankie left us a trail or not. 16.
Yes, the trail actually does go into the main hall. From where you guys currently are, you can see that they do go through the doors in the front.
Oh, well, it looks like Frankie went to the down that way to like that main hall.
Okay, you can check it out.
I check real quick. I'm gonna look down at Battle Cat. The animals are more aware of certain, feelings and whatnot. How's
That's
he
just
looking?
true.
Even
Claws extended,
mechanical
or
animal?
are they not extended?
Mordecai, how's your cat?
Well, he's always vigilant. Nothing really surprises him. He definitely seems to be a little unease right now. Because his little mechanical claws are popping out.
Shing.
So you think I should roll, Brian, or?
I'll explain everything in a second.
Okay.
Okay, as you guys make it into the main hall, runs the width of the house with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. The wood-paneled walls are ornated, sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs. Characters who search the walls. I'm going to stop there.
Well, I'm gonna investigate that sword, see if it's in any better condition than the shield and 6.
We're gonna search the walls.
Yeah, we're gonna search the walls.
All right, roll perception.
Not investigate?
Perception.
Oh, 9.
Well,
The longsword you look at, by the way, Rude, is non-magical. Jumble.
well, I just wanted to see if it was valuable.
It's just a longsword with again, it looks rusted and beat up after not being touched for so long. Okay,
I
so
roll a 20.
20, Jumble, you rolled a 12 on the perception.
Yep.
Mordecai 9, Marilyn 1. You guys look and you start seeing some interesting design in the wall.
How interesting.
Well, the only one who notices this happens to actually be Jumble and Zildred, but
All right.
there are serpents and skulls inconspicuously woven into the wall designs. The decorative paneling follows the staircase as it circles above to the second floor. There happens to also be a cloakroom within the main hall as well, with several black cloaks hanging from hooks on the walls. A top hat sits on a high shelf.
I grabbed the top hat.
Damn it.
Okay, you have a top hat now.
Damn it.
That's a nice top hat you got there, Jumbo.
Yep. Currently
yes,
covered in spider webs as well as probably a bit of mold as well.
Yeah. I try to dust off the spider webs to make it look a little more presentable.
So you do so.
It's still
It's
kind of
got-
moldy though.
Not as bad. You could definitely wipe it off, and now it's got that nice shine black felt to it.
Ah, yes, quite fetching. If I only had a suit that could go with it. I put it in my pack for now.
Okay.
What are we seeing? You said there was like a serpent, like going upstairs
Yeah.
on the wall.
You and Jumble notice that like the design is actually integrated within the walls itself, and they seem to follow going up to the second floor.
Ooh, pretty.
I'll point that out to Mordecai and Marilyn. There's something strange afoot on these walls.
Try to investigate the wall a little more.
Okay.
14.
still just the wall. Besides like I said, the skulls and the serpents that are currently kind of climbing up towards the stairs.
What does it mean?
Shall we ascend the stairs?
Probably.
I ascend the stairs.
I follow.
Yeah, curious
Okay,
now.
so we're going to the second floor.
Yeah.
Kind of say
My
out loud
advisor up.
though. Are we supposed to be going in the basement?
Well, yeah, but we're also looking for Frankie.
You never start out in the basement. It's the
Never
most
start-
dangerous spot.
We're starting with the reverse basement, the attic.
Batman lives in Bruce Wayne's basement? No, Bruce Wayne lives in Batman's attic.
Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the wall of this elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood frame portrait of the Durst family. Gustav and Elizabeth Durst with their two smiling children, Rose and Thorn. Cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, which the mother regards with a hint of scorn. Standing suits of armor flank wooden doors in the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The doors are carved with dancing youths, although close inspection, you will see something else.
Wait, the children are named Rose and Thorn?
Correct?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They apparently
Rose
don't like
and Thorn Durst.
they apparently don't like the baby.
I was just going to say, apparently the other ones...
Yeah, that baby's name was Fred. Fred Durst.
Okay. Random.
I'm kidding, it's not.
He's shaped like a biscuit.
Yeah, that's right. He looked very limp, and they said we're not having it.
Oh, the mother in the portrait, and Jumble just remarks that, uh, why does that seem like a familiar look from a mom? Huh. Weird.
I rolled 17 to investigate. A little further.
Okay, so as you look around the walls more carefully, especially with the doors, where you see the carved dancing youths, upon inspection, they're not dancing, but it seems like they're fighting off swarms of bats.
I
flying
looked at
things.
Zildred.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable.
Also on this floor happens to be the staircase as it spirals. It does go up again to another floor, and you can feel a cold draft coming from those steps.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, I check for tracks for Frankie. 10.
Nope. There are none here.
Ah,
There seems to be
Investigate.
no
though.
signs that anyone has been upstairs in some time now.
Where'd you say this cold draft was coming from?
That would be the next level if you were to go ascend the staircase again for a third
Oh.
time.
Do we want to continue going up here, or do we want to go down to the basement?
well, I at least can't find tracks of Frankie here, so I guess maybe she went to the basement or I guess at least not up to the top floor.
You'll see any
So to the
tracks
party.
at all?
You know, I love to see high places, so hey, I vote for the top floor.
Nope, there are no tracks here.
Yeah, I
Alright.
confirmed that.
All right. Yeah. Guess let's just continue. No use turning around now. Guess we'll keep going.
All right.
Yay! I start hopping up the stairs. I love the decor here.
All right. Is it colder as we continue up the stairs?
Hmm.
When the DM laughs.
You come to a dusty balcony with a suit of black plate armor standing against one wall, draped in cobwebs. Oil lamps are mounted on the oak paneled walls, which are carved with woodland scenes of trees, falling leaves, and tiny critters.
That's different.
Mm-hmm.
No bats, Sildred. Should be happy.
Yeah.
I look closer at the walls. 11.
I'm really glad there's no pigeons up here.
You see they kind of look like normal walls for the most part. How are you moving along the walls, by the way?
Moving along the walls. I mean, I'm just walking on the floor. Well, okay, kind of hopping and skipping around. So I guess I'm also kind of.
Roll acrobatics, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh dear.
14.
As you're kind of moving around, studying the walls, the suit seems to move. Seems like nothing, and makes an attack on you, which you are able to move just in time out of the way. With that, I need you guys to roll initiative, please.
I was just about to check that thing.
Jumble stumbled upon something.
Roll again, if you wouldn't mind. Okay, there it goes. I got Zildred so far. I need Jumble, Marilyn, and Mordecai.
I rolled a
Oh,
12. It didn't come in.
Yeah,
Nope.
Marilyn's got a 12.
Okay, I got your
Mordecai.
12.
I rolled
Mordecai.
8.
8. All right, and Mordecai's yours was
14.
okay. All right, Mordecai, you're first.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. You said there was stuff on the floors, or what? Is there anything up there? Kind of small items.
Falling leaves,
Oh, the
Oakland panel
patterning.
walls. That's all the stuff on there. It's just decorations and lanterns.
Decorations, you say?
Mm-hmm. Draped in cobwebs.
How heavy are those, would you say?
The decorations,
Yeah.
they're mainly like banners and things like that.
Well, you said
Nothing.
there was lanterns up there, right?
Mm-hmm. There's oil lamps.
How heavy would those be, you think? A couple pounds?
I'd say at the most 5 pounds.
Excellent. So I'm gonna take one of those lanterns and I'm gonna catapult it with the catapult spell right at the suit of armor.
Okay.
I think that's a dex save 14.
The dex save of 14.
Yeah.
All right, just a moment. Mm. 14 on the money.
Really?
So what's the damage? It would be halved, correct?
This only says on a failed save.
Ah.
So it takes no damage.
Damn. That's a bummer.
So what? The armor is able to sidestep ever so slightly enough to move out of the way of the lantern as it now hits the wall and starts to begin engulfing the wall in the flame.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's try a different tactic. Let's try to cast a fireball for my second attack then.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's on fire. We'll try a different tactic. More fire.
Oh, it was a nat 1.
Yeah, no. Do you aim for it, and in disbelief of the fact that he was able to move out of the way of that lantern, you aim at the floor and engulf that in flame now.
Oh no. Guys, a little help here?
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
And with that, it happens to be whose turn? Soldier, your turn.
My turn. Okay. Can I safely approach the suit of armor without igniting myself?
Currently from your location, I would say Jumble and Zildred, you are on one side of the wall of flame, currently between the stairs and near the edge of the back of the room. And Mordecai and Marilyn or another.
Always next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can
Always.
safely swing at this
Yes.
suit of armor. Okay. Ignite my weapon.
Oh,
You
shiny.
do so as a brilliant flash of light now emits from the mace.
So swing at the 13.
Nope. That is a miss.
All right, I'll try the backswing. Natural
That's a
20.
hit. That is a hit. Roll again
All
for crit
right.
damage.
Roll another natural 20. 19.
That's a hit. So you also get crit damage as well.
Okay. Oh shit. Don't know if this is undead or not. Swing. I'm going to use. Mark it down real quick. I'm going to use a first level spell slot to add smite damage. Smite damage to this to deal an extra 2d8.
It is not undead.
Okay. So just regular extra 2d8. So that initial damage, the 10 was doubled, correct?
Yep.
20, so 25
25 damage. Oof.
damage.
You deal a smashing blow as you bring up with the upswing into the chest of the armor, leaving a dent, but not quite bringing it down as it takes a step
dent?
back, almost stumbling.
I'd
With
prefer
that-
to preserve this armor, but I think we're going to be able to do that.
Marilyn, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try to cast Eldritch Blast on it. See what that
Okay.
21
That's a hit.
and 10 damage.
Oh, yeah. You actually blow a hole right through this thing. There literally happens to be a hole coming through where the flame is now engulfing, separating you from the rest of the party. You see a big poof of air in between that. Pierce the armor through the chest as a big gaping hole comes through it back to the other side.
There's
I
definitely no
kind of
preserving this armor
look
now.
through it. Peekaboo!
After you do that, the armor just crumbles down into a pile of leftover pieces.
Sorry.
What's the helmet look like?
A black standard helm with a bit of a visor. For the most part, this looked like a standard set of armor. The only difference was compared to the other silver suits, this one was completely almost a cobalt black.
Oh, it doesn't have the wolf's helm
No,
like the other ones. Okay.
it does not actually, surprisingly to say.
Oh, those. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm gonna try to look around real quick and see if I can put out this fire. I rolled a 6 for perception to see if there's anything I can find to like smother it or something.
The
You're in
bear.
complete panic mode right now. You're trying to look for something. There's not really a whole lot in the room you can grab. I'm gonna need Zildred and Jumble to make acrobatic checks in a second.
Acrobatics. Oh,
Oh
Lord.
no.
It's
As
not
you
a
feel the floor start to break from underneath your feet.
it's not a dexterity saving throw.
Acrobatics is dexterity.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but acrobatics and a dexterity saving throw are technically different.
True.
Well, you know what? I'll give you an opportunity to act as you feel you would need to with knowing that the floor is currently giving out beneath you.
Well, I'll make it a dexterity saving throw. I have advantage on those. So, okay, not natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. My acrobatics and dexterity saving throw are one and the same. I roll it. Oh, I was almost in that 20. 2.
Battle Cat leaps into action. Tries to save Zildred.
Oh, you also have an inspiration.
Oh yeah.
I'll
I do have
roll
an
one more
inspiration.
time for Battle Cat.
All right, hang on. 6
Suspense.
plus 6 plus the damn stats. Oh, 7 total for Dex.
I'll attempt to use my inspiration.
Yeah. So it'd be a 9.
Oh.
He's got a +2 in athletics.
Well, if he's hopping through the fire, I'll allow him another roll with Battle Cat being there. The Battle Cat himself is not going to do so well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
12?
Yeah, it's fine. That works.
Now, do I have to jump to save Battle Cat? Just gonna keep jumping back and forth, saving each other from falling in a hole.
Nope. Unless you want to use your point of inspiration to see if you can grab Battle Cat.
Well, he already used it.
Well, no, I gave him that roll for Battle Cat.
Oh.
Because Battle Cat has that thing, doesn't he have, where he can roll again if he's near you? Or is that only for taking damage?
That's a defender action, basically.
Ah, okay. Well, never mind then. No, you can't.
All right.
Battle Cat's falling. Can Battle Cat take damage?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got hit points.
Okay.
I got a pool of 25 lay on hands, locked and loaded for Battle Cat.
Well, Battle
yeah,
Cat's only going to take 2 damage from falling to the second floor.
Yeah, I think I have to mend him. He's not like a living creature.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a construct.
So
I need to know which way you guys are jumping, though, to be honest.
Towards the stairs.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay. So from the 3rd floor, you guys are jumping back to the stairs. All right. You both attempt to. You do so. Jumbo does it easily. Just a quick leap. Hoop, boom. Right next to Mordecai and Marilyn, as if he never left. Tildred, you stumble for a second, freaked out and panicked. You finally jump close enough to grab on after Battle Cat kind of heads over to kind of give you a little push, and in doing so falls to the 2nd floor. As you hear the stumble,
this Battle Cat.
Wood as well as Battle Cat thump into the ground beneath it.
does he land on his feet?
Yeah, but he's definitely hurt a little bit.
I'm just imagining the scene from The Lion King, Mufasa.
Yeah, he basically he's put his head into your ass and kind of huff and helped huff you back to the stairs. As you see the floor before you now completely caved out on the 3rd floor. So the only way now is from the stairs currently, you can go a little bit to the north, and everything else is currently completely broken off. As the flame is still along the wall, you now see, though, interesting enough, that it has somehow shown you a hidden door on the opposite side of the stairs.
Good job, Battle Cat.
You mean good
So-
job, Mordecai?
Good job, Mordecai.
All the way to the opposite side of the stairs. So if you're going to go north, this one will go south. There happens to be a secret door.
Seems as good as any. The roof is literally on fire. Maybe we should exit stage left.
Well, how did that happen?
The only problem with that is the floor from which you would walk to get there is no longer there.
Oh,
The stairs are north, that door is south, and there is no longer a floor between them. Do you set the room on fire?
All right, Jumbo. Time for your ballerina skills to be put into action.
Okay. Take a bit of a running start, and I'm basically going to try to jump and smash through the door at the same time.
You actually don't have to, because that door has been burned along with most of the wall to
Oh,
reveal its
okay.
stairs heading up. So these stairs take you to the attic.
All right, so I'll just make an acrobatics roll, or should I
Okay.
do athletics?
Athletics.
Okay. Make an
Unless you
athletics
want to
roll.
put some stank on it.
Some pizzazz.
Yeah.
I got a 19 off athletic. So
Oh yeah. You take a couple steps back and get yourself a little bit of a run, and then almost like you are a natural gymnast, you push your foot off the side wall by where the stairs are, and with enough force, you actually launch yourself right into the door, into the stairs. You land almost smoothly, like you knew exactly what you were doing, even though in your head you were terrified as what was going to happen. But you land on the stairs, no problem.
What do you see?
Hang on a sec there, folks. I get out my rope and kind of get a lasso going and toss it over their way. All right, I can haul you each in one by one now if you like.
Is this space between us still on fire?
Well, I think the floor is just gone there.
Okay.
So I've got a lasso that I could try to reel you in to the doorway with.
All right, I'll go first.
All right, you got yourself strapped in?
I think so. Ready to try?
All right. 19 to yank him over.
Looking
Athletics.
snaps her back.
You pull him almost with ease, just whoop, and suddenly he's next to you. Almost like a vacuum in a sense, how quickly you're able to yank him to you without much pull or give going to the floor.
All right.
Like getting fish.
See, guys, it's not so bad.
All right, ladies first.
Sure, why not? Fine. I grab the rope.
All right, just hang on, little missy. 17.
A little harder this time, surprisingly enough, but again, makes it to the stairs. As you're doing this, though, you're starting to notice the fire is starting to spread very rapidly. As the house is becoming more and more engulfed from this top floor here, as you start to see some of the ceilings start to give way a little bit.
All
As the
right.
flames start to ignite.
No dawdling now.
And grab the rope.
You want a little help with this one, Jumble?
Yes.
I'm
He
a
is
little
wearing
heavy.
armor.
Add 7 to that.
Okay, hang on. I've got something that can help a little. Okay, I've got 12 and I'll add a d6. Okay, so that's an 18.
Okay, you're both able to pull him. It was a little harder, especially for Mordecai, who lacks your natural strength, obviously. But you guys are able to pull him up to the stairs. As you look around, the rest of the room is becoming more and more engulfed in flame.
Oh, hang on. Can't forget the kitty cat.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think
Try
there's
to-
time for the cat.
I try to rope in Battle Cat.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna kind of creep up the stairs a little
All
bit.
right.
See what's going on.
28.
Jeez.
You yank him almost unnaturally up, as if he almost was going to hit the ceiling, but with enough strength and force, he pulls you right to you, almost catching him in your arms. Like cradling a baby almost.
Oh,
pull
there you
Battle
go.
Okay, and so you're making your way up the stairs now, you said, Zildred?
Oh, yep, I'm gonna take a look around.
Yep, I'll follow because, yeah, fire.
Yeah. Time is of the essence.
You make it up, and you notice that this is just simply more than nothing but an attic hall that is choked with dust and cobwebs. But there does seem to be some type of door up there along the hall to the attic.
All right, let's go quickly advance and quickly open the door.
Okay, you try to open the door to no avail. It seems to be locked with a padlock.
I bust it off.
All right, roll dexterity check.
So I'm trying to pull out my lockpicks.
Dexterity. Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
I swing wildly and miss.
No acrobatics. You have like an actual just dexterity, not acrobatics.
Oh,
Oh, like a
6.
dexterity saving throw?
Nope. It says dexterity check.
So
Okay.
so do I? Well, I guess it's all one and the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. Not enough. You hit that thing, and is right back.
Boing.
You start to see smoke coming from the bottom of the boards as well now.
Just gonna try to use my lock picking tools.
Okay.
How do you use that exactly?
That's another dexterity check.
It's just dex.
Yep.
17.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why is it? Oh, okay. Yeah.
You picked the lock, surprisingly enough. This one time you see that smoke coming, like, we gotta get to the store, we gotta get to the store. And you were able to pick it and open it. As you open the door, you realize that this is a children's room. The room contains a bricked up windows flanked by 2 dusty wood frame beds sized for children. Closer to the door is a toy chest with windmills painted on the sides and dollhouse that's a perfect replica of the dreary edifice in which you stand. These furniture are draped in cobwebs. Lying in the middle of the floor are 2 small skeletons wearing tattered but familiar clothing. The smaller of the 2 cradles a stuffed doll that you also recognize.
Hmm.
oh no! Oh, what happened?
Just as I suspected.
The undead.
Oh man, I kind of kneel down next to the bodies, like what? No.
Gonna go open the chest because I noticed the weird windmill pattern on it.
As you get near the chest, 2 spirits emerge by their skeletons, seeming angry at you for even getting near the toys. Don't touch those are ours.
Hold up.
Who are you? What are you doing in our home?
Wait, so do they look like Rose and Thorn or just completely
Yes, they
different?
do. They look a lot like Rose and Thorns, but very see-through.
Rose? Thorn? But it's us, you asked us to come here.
I've never seen you in my life, and neither has my brother.
Well, I'm getting really confused here.
So are we. We've been locked in here for years, and no one's ever come to visit us, not even our parents.
What? Well, that's just wrong.
Maybe it's
What
because
kind
they
of
don't share
parents
their
are they?
toys.
If only. Our parents abandoned us. They didn't want children. They locked us up here. While them and their weird cult friends were downstairs doing ungodly things. We've been trapped here forever. We can never leave. We just want to go in peace.
Well, that's not right. I go to just now I'm mad and I'm just gonna try to bust down a wall to the outside. I want to get these kids out of here.
We can't leave. We've tried. We're stuck here. Our spirits are attached to this place.
22 athletics to try to bust open a wall to the outside.
Nope. It's almost like rubber. You hit the walls and you go bouncing back. Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Wait.
The smallest one, the boy, kind of chuckles a little bit seeing you bounce back like that. We've tried. We can't leave. We just want to find peace.
I'll scoop up the bones. Are the bones movable?
Yes.
Okay, I'll scoop up the bones and your remains will see a proper burial.
Thank you. We'd appreciate that so we can finally leave this place. Perfect. Our parents locked us up here and starved us, but there is a secret near the dollhouse, and they seem now more able to help you. They don't seem so challenging and freaked out. And they point to one of their dollhouses.
Yep, I investigate the dollhouse.
Yep.
21.
Hey, me too.
Nope. 11.
And I'm busy gathering up the bones.
As you do so, and you are able to look inside, you who rolled a 21? Was that Mordecai?
And me.
And Jumble.
Jumble. Okay, you both are looking through, and you find the secret dollhouse, and you reach in the front of the door, and you click something. It feels like a switch or something, and it seems like another door opens within this room, and with a staircase heading down.
Oh, good.
This one not on fire?
That would be nice.
Why didn't you guys use this to escape so you didn't starve to death?
We would never go downstairs. Our parents would. We were never allowed. They had so many people down there, and if we were to try, they would have done worse
would
than
have
starving
died?
us. Yes, exactly. Aren't you smart? You must be the smart one of the group.
Damn,
I don't
this kid's a
suppose you're-
savage.
I don't suppose your parents are also haunting this place.
I can't say for sure. We've never been able to leave this room.
Ah, right.
Quick
Well,
question. Oh.
I think your parents and us need to have a stern talking to. There ain't no way to parent.
But quick question for them as well. Little off topic. Did you have another brother or sister, by the way? Younger one?
I can't say. We were so young when we were locked up here. I know our mother despised having children. I do remember having a younger one, but I don't believe so. I don't ever think our parents had a younger child. They didn't even like having us.
Hmm.
Well, maybe we should get out of here since the place is on fire, guys.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, kids, stay here.
Well, we're gonna go with you. Of course, we want to leave this place. We don't want to stay here. Please don't leave us alone. And like they're kind of like pulling. If they could pull on you, like they're trying to, but they can't touch you physically. So,
Are they able to travel with us? When we have the
they'll,
bone, are
they'll
they?
go. You have their bones, so they'll go with you regardless.
Okay. Come on, kids. Let's go.
All right, then off we go.
Yep. You guys descend the staircase, and it goes down a lot farther than the others previously. You go down the following floors till suddenly you feel like you've gotten underneath the house and are now within the basement.
Hmm.
The dungeon level underneath the house is carved out of earth, clay, and rock. The tunnels are about 4 feet wide by 7 feet high, with timber braces at about 5-foot intervals. The rooms, as you can see as you make your way in, are about 8 foot tall and supported by thick wooden posts with cross beams. But with that being said, there is no light within this area.
Ah, but could I always see in the dark? I feel like I would have remembered that.
There's no lanterns or nothing down here.
Nope.
Well, I perception 16 with my newly discovered dark vision.
Perception 16, you said?
Yep, and I have dark vision now.
Okay. Oh, now you do.
Well, yeah, Bloomstalker.
You look out, and there seems to be the tunnels that you're currently in. A path goes to the left, north, and then a path to the south. Other than that, everything else seems to be standard. A few cobwebs here and there. Dark, like I said, the room is made out of clay. There seems to be some beams every 5 foot or so, trying to keep up the this basement.
All right, there's a split up ahead. Goes 3 ways, so I guess we'll have to see where those lead.
Do I want to? Should we light my maze? Because I do not have dark vision.
I'll cast dancing lights, and I'll spread them through the tunnels. I can make 4 of them, so 2 in front, and then 1 in each side. The splits.
Ooh, pretty.
Okay. You use the light up, and again, like you said, this area seems to be very blank, but it seems to go a path that goes to the north and then to the south from where you're currently standing near the bottom of the steps.
I thought it was a 3-way split.
Oh,
Well,
it's
back towards the stairs.
Oh, okay.
oh.
So north and south from where we are.
Yes.
So, okay. So more like a T split or something.
Yep.
Okay.
It goes north and then it goes south.
All right. Well, I roll perception to kind of glance back and forth and see what might be going in either direction. 25.
As you peek your head out and look around, you notice that one path goes up and then veers to the west. Or if you were to go out and go north, it would go to the right with an ending that goes, it seems like a staircase is at the very end of it. If you look to the south, there are multiple ways out, along with it seems to be a large room with a big wooden table at the end of the south tunnel.
Okay, this side goes up, and it looks like there's a room over on this other end.
Curious as to what would be in that room.
But
Oh.
up might be out.
It's true.
We can't trust
And
what was said to us earlier because we don't know what led us here.
Yeah, and those kids said there was a monster in the basement.
Monster in the basement? I don't ever recall there being a monster in the basement. Our parents would tell us that to keep it out, but with all the people that would go down there, I was pretty sure there was no monster.
Kid, I think your parents were the monsters.
Well, we're not inclined to disagree.
Well, I get out my hand axes at least, just in case, and well, my vote's for the room. Check that out first.
I agree.
agree.
Zoe. And draw my mace.
All right.
So you guys are north?
Yep, we'll advance into the room for now.
Okay. You head north a bit, and as you enter towards, oh wait, are you heading south towards the big room at the end, or are you heading north where the stairway is?
Oh, south,
Yeah.
big room.
Okay. As you make your way south, you notice towards the big room there are 2 other ways that split off, going both west and east as you head south.
Oh boy.
The kids actually start to become a little bit excited though, because as you're taking the remains, they realize that these are the burial rooms. Like, oh, I know this. And they get very excited as they head left, floating into the room.
Yeah, I guess let's go that way.
Yeah, let's follow them.
Yeah.
All right.
As you enter the rooms, you notice they split off again, one going north and one going south. And
Somebody drawing
there are
this
stone
out?
slabs currently above the doorways. One that says Rose's Crypt, and another one that says Thorn's Crypt.
I want to redirect my lights to where we were before in each of the tunnels that we've taken, the turns. So we know which way we came from.
Okay. The lights kind of stay back from where it went the direction that you came, and another one kind of stays where you currently are outside, so that way you're aware of your path. Rose and Thorn. Yes, this is where we were to be buried. This was supposed to be where we were supposed to be buried. They seem to be a little more excited that you have found these rooms.
You suppose you'll be at peace if you're buried here?
I think so. This was we were meant to be. Though it pains us to stay in this house, this was our home. This is where we were supposed to be buried. This is our home. Even though our parents were horrible, we are still Dursts, and we would like to be buried with them. Not everyone in our family are monsters.
All right, I'll take. I guess I'll start heading towards Thorn's crypt.
Okay.
I follow him.
Take one of the lights with me. One of the ones that aren't being used as placeholders, so you can see
You
what he's
in?
doing.
You enter the room, and there happens to be a coffin within this tomb. An empty coffin.
And I arrange his bones in a human-shaped fashion. I'm not just gonna lay him in there in a pile.
Okay.
Just dump
Roll
him.
performance for that.
Performance.
Mm-hmm.
12.
You do a decent job. I mean, you don't look like perfectly resting, but they're definitely the knee bone connects to the hip bone, so on and so forth.
He's got
So
a femur for an arm.
yeah, no, they're all placed where their bones are supposed to be. Doesn't look as symmetric as resting bones would be, but they're definitely all in the right place. So as you do
I kind of stroke the skull a little, like I'd be trying to ruffle a kid's hair. You know, kind of. Yeah.
the
There you
kid
go,
laughs.
kiddo.
The kid laughs and says, "You're silly, Jumble," and then completely disappears. With that, Rose is like, "Me next, me next."
All right. Rest in peace, Thorn. And we'll head on down to Rose's crypt.
All right, you do so, entering Rose's crypt, and again, just as if Thorn's room was, the same type of coffin in a sense, a little larger, but meant for a child. There in the crypt.
I attempt with a slightly worse roll.
Yeah, this
Lay your
time
bones
you
out.
definitely some bones are definitely not positioned right.
I try to help him.
Femur's a bit upside down.
Nope. I can't do
You
shit.
get in the way and start making it worse, and Rose is just like, "What the hell are you doing? Just put my bones in there. I don't care."
Try to. Why not?
Oh, you're just as
It's
bad. Now you're just grabbing and like trying like, "Hey, this is wrong, guys. It's supposed to go like this, and you're not doing it right." Us hands and fumblings and cursing and just trying to get this skeleton to look proper.
All four of us just screw it all up.
Oh, Marilyn's in this too. Oh yeah, Marilyn also is racist. No, you guys are dumb. You're supposed to go like this, duh. And
Oh,
I rolled a
Just-
7.
Charles is like, enough. It's fine. I don't care. Just thank you, please. I want to be at peace now.
Rest in peace, child.
Thank you. Oh,
I'm sorry, Rose. I'm sorry.
it's okay. You tried your best. I'm just glad to finally be at peace. Thank you, guys. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you the best and you're able to get out of this death house. And after that, she does a little bow and then disperses into the air.
Rest well, Rose.
Well, that was awkward.
Yeah, a little bit.
Everybody take
Yeah.
a point of inspiration. I shouldn't even be giving you this, but you just try.
We tried, okay?
Tried
We
so hard.
really tried.
Well, in the end, it did matter because you guys were able to put those children to rest.
And now on to this monster.
Okay, so then we go back to the bigger room that was kind of like the main crypt, and there was the pathway back and a different path leading off that.
Yep. You
If I
can go
remember.
straight to the other crypts in front of you, or you can turn to the south and head into that big room with the table.
Oh, okay. There's so crypt and
Yeah, this is the hallway you're in. As you can tell now, is definitely a burial chamber. But once you head to the south, you're not sure what's there besides a large wooden table currently in the middle. You can see from the light.
all right. Well, I kind of motioned to that room, like, all right, guess we'll take a look there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's look at the big ritual table.
All right, you guys make your way to the room, and you notice that there contains a plain wooden table flanked by long benches. Moldy humanoid bones lie strewn on the dirt floor, the remains of the cult vile banquets. In the middle of the south wall is a darkened alcove.
Like a while back, like, do these bones have like human teeth marks on them? Like they were eating them?
No,
Oh,
these bones just look like they've been sitting there for some time now and haven't been disturbed.
all right. Dark
Then-
alcove.
Send one of my lights into the dark alcove.
It's larder. I want you to roll perception by putting that light there.
Just him?
Yep. Or anyone else wants to look in that direction, I guess.
Well, I'll follow the light. 15.
17.
3.
5.
All right, you can't make it out. You're too busy looking at the bones yourself, Marilyn. People sitting around like, how did they die around a table for food? This makes no sense. Unless they starved themselves to death like morons. The rest of you notice that there seems to be some type of creature in this alcove. A larder for food, but what happens to be in there happens to be a grick that happens to be hanging out in the larder.
What?
I'm not sure what I don't know what a grick is.
Oh, it's like a big worm with a beak, nose, and tentacles around it or
Oh.
something.
Yeah.
Ew.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to be moving though currently at the moment. He just seems to be resting in the larder. So
Thing that feeds on carrion.
I think.
mhm.
I think. Oh, it does. I thought it was more just. Yeah, some wild
no.
creature.
It's on just about anything, to be honest.
Okay, yeah. So it's like a giant monster worm, basically.
Yep.
Eats whatever it pleases.
Yep.
All right. Does it seem hostile, or is it just like?
Well, it's. You said it's resting right now, so it's
Yep.
not really
It's
doing
currently
anything.
just chilling in a spot, not doing anything, just sitting in the larder.
All right. Do we want to smash it, or do we want to leave it alone?
That's up to the party.
How does Battle Cat feel?
Asking an inanimate object. What are you thinking, buddy?
Battlecat's just staring at it, watching it. He's curious. He is.
Do you want to like bat it around a little bit?
He might
Okay.
have inclination
Yeah,
to do that.
that thing.
I tossed a Grick picture into the group chat.
No, that looks
Oh, did
pretty.
you? I was going to post one if you guys wanted. I have it open right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Let me see your picture. Let me see. It might even be the same one that's been shown to me.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm
that's it. That's it.
Rick.
That's exactly what it looks like.
just getting it off the D&D site, so should be
yeah.
the same.
Most of the things when I'm running these campaigns, they all have images linked to it. So.
Yep.
Well, what's the party decide?
How do you feel,
What are-
Jumbo? You ready for action?
Well, honestly, I couldn't give a rat's ass about these sorry sons of bitches. After what they did to a bunch of kids, they can be carry on for all I care. Right now, I hate them more than I care about that pest.
All right. Well, yep.
And I spit on one of the bodies.
We'll let sleeping dogs lie. We'll continue.
Okay.
Well, I guess go back the way we came.
Yeah, there's more.
Well,
to explore.
there's a way down south as well, guys. When you guys enter this room, there's you can go to the left, you can go south, or you can go back up the way you came.
Oh boy. I'm trying to draw a map here, but it still doesn't make sense.
I would show you guys a map, but if you guys were to see it, it'd just be like boop, 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 boop. We go that way.
Yeah, I get that.
You guys want to try the
Especially-
south?
Might as well.
Yeah.
All right. You guys head south, and as you do so, there happens to be sounds coming from the hallway. As you enter, there is a way that goes to the west, east, and south. So the way to the east currently has no areas in there. What I mean by that is the goals that you guys are now seeing as you guys make your way in are in the hallways to the west and to the south. But to the east is currently unmarked.
What kind of sound was that? Like a.
That's- Yeah. It's my best ghoul noise. Okay. I don't know how ghouls sound, but I mean, that's what you want to say. You can say it.
Head.
Lemmy.
Yeah.
I kind of pictured they'd be more snarling because they're kind of like feral things.
I guess you're right.
So we recognize these sounds as ghoul sounds.
Yes. What I would say from your experience at this point of how many you guys have fought, you are well versed in what ghouls sound like.
We know what happens when ghouls are around.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Yep. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, if you guys are going to go into it, I need you guys to roll for initiative in just a second. Why did I leave that? Okay. Hang on, it's being dumb. Just a moment, guys. Okay, there we go. All right, Mordecai, you're first.
Okay.
And again, so just so you guys are aware, there is 2 goals and 1 pathway to, if you guys are coming from the room previous, to the left. And then there are 2 goals coming from the front. And to the next to you on the right is a stairway with nothing there.
Okay.
And remember, the hallways themselves you're in are 4 foot wide and 7 feet tall.
So big enough for one person.
Basically, you might be able to get 2 people shoulder to shoulder, but that's about it. There's not much room to maneuver.
Okay,
Should
so
we
is
try
there
to-
anybody in front of me then, or?
To find front, yes, there is someone in front of you if you're staring forward from the way you were coming. Yes.
So I'll try to move forward out of everybody's way and kind of point at the ones on the north side, I think you said. Ones that are more straight, not to the east.
Yes.
And I'll pull out my pistol for this one because I don't want to set the damn cave on fire.
While they're
The walls
Yeah,
are made
okay,
of
I
clay, so.
I thought you said there was wooden supports up there.
Oh, there
Yeah.
are wooden supports.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to, yeah. 17 to hit,
That's a hit.
7 damage.
You puncture a good, nice hole through the chest, but it seems to still be moving.
I'm going to take aim again and go for the headshot
Okay.
for 12.
12 to hit.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Oh, yes. With 8 damage.
Okay. Still standing as you put a hole through the brain. Surprisingly enough, still able to move. Jumble, you're up next.
all right. Well, I'll just head for the ones he was shooting at, and I have my hand axes out, so let's see. Okay, yep. I'll with at the one with my hand axe. 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. And I'll 8 slashing damage.
Yep, it is done.
Okay, that one's dead.
Oh yeah, stuck through the skull from where that hole was put through the brain. You're able to splice the head and twine, and it drops.
Okay, and because it's my first attack round, I can do another attack, so I'll do that on the remaining ghoul.
Okay,
12 to hit.
that's a hit.
Okay. 11 plus. Okay, 15 total slashing.
Major slash across the chest as his guts seem to be pouring out from the all the way up from the stomach, going through up to the sternum, and still moving though. Surprisingly enough, its intestines hang by its legs.
Okay, so that was one regular attack, another second attack for my ambush function. But I still do a bonus action because it's 2 weapons.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, so another follow up with the hand axe, 13 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, and 7 slashing damage.
With the remainder, you actually land right in the money to bring this thing down. You're able to tear into it one more time, and this time the guts do hit the ground as well as the body.
Blender.
Yep, just an axe frenzy.
Both ghouls have been deceased. Roll perception, please.
I'll use. No, okay. I'll hold on to that inspiration. 7.
7 also.
19.
Okay.
13.
So then, Mordecai, after the battle is done, you're able to notice weird sounds coming from the stairways. Chanting, in a sense. An odd amount of chanting. Jumble and Marilyn, you guys are more worried about the ghouls in front of you as to what would cause them to come after you guys after everything had been so empty within this basement. Why were they hanging out here? Sildred and Mordecai, you guys notice a lot of chanting coming from the stairs.
Guys, I think we got company coming down the stairs, it sounds like.
But unlike the ghouls, this sounds almost, you can almost understand what's being said. It's some type of chant, whatever it is.
We recognize the language. This is common speak.
Yes,
Right.
it's common, but you
Okay.
can't quite make out the words yet. They still sound faint, but you definitely can hear the chants coming from the basement.
And it's coming towards us, or
No, it's
Oh.
just emanating from the basement. There's the lower level of the stairs from the basement you're in. It goes down farther, and you can hear sounds coming from there.
Basement floor 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe let's finish off the remaining ghouls and then check that out.
Sound
Rather
plan.
not have those critters sneaking up on us.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, now you guys have noticed that the ghouls that were behind the other ones are now taking their spot as they move towards you. With that, Marilyn, it's your turn.
Okay. I kind of want to move up in front and cast my Eldritch Blast on one of them.
Okay.
Ooh, 22.
That's definitely a hit.
And 11 for damage.
Okay. You blast a nice big hole through the belly, but they're still moving.
Okay. I'm done.
It's a big gaping wound with a little bit of blood coming through wherever their stomach and other organs used to be, no longer there, but they're still able to move.
Ew.
And with that, the ghouls now make their move. They will reach out and try to slash at Marilyn. That's definitely a
Battle
hit.
Cat there?
Oh, yeah. If that's
Who's
the
Battle
case.
Cat defending?
Yeah. Who's
He will-
Bellcat defending?
Oh, he will defend her honor for sure.
Oh, okay. Now he will. Let's try again then. Nope. With Battlecat now circling her legs and being able to push away damage now that we know where he is.
He's a
I'm
sneaky
going to make you
bugger.
call that from now on before we start this. Just so
Where
you know.
is Battlecat?
Yeah, we're not playing Battlecat. All right, the next goal now come, and this time he will try to launch a claw attack on Jumble. To no avail. And with that, we will now go to Zildred.
All right. Is there any of them that I can reach?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are all kind of huddled almost around each other. There's not a whole lot of room to move around, so you can definitely kind of move through the crowd to get where you need to be.
All right, I'm gonna.
You guys just can't do like try to maneuver around an opponent in a way where you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
flank them and
Yeah, you can kind of like shoulder to shoulder, like kind of shimmy yourself around the area. You just can't full on like stand next to each other and just launch assaults.
all right, I am going to thwack them.
All right,
An 18.
that's a hit.
All right, and then roll that. So there's that damage plus. These guys are on deck, correct?
Correct.
It shouldn't be 6. So 16 total damage with my first swing.
Okay, and is this the one that Marilyn had just attacked, or is this a new one?
We'll do the new one. I'm not sure which one I was able to swing at, so I'll just swing at the one Maryland swung.
Okay.
And hit.
So the one Marilyn already hit,
Yeah.
it's gone. That bright light maze comes through and completely cleaves the flesh, ripping
All
through
right.
the sternum. Pop. All of a sudden, the top half goes in the air, bottom half drops. Both drop. The goal is no more.
All right, I continue through with that, the carry through with that swing. Do a natural 20 on the next one.
Okay, then roll again for your crit.
24.
Yep.
All right. So now am I doubling this total damage or am I doubling my die roll?
You double the die roll for your attack before you add everything else. So whatever
Okay.
you would have on your weapon itself, that's what you would double. Then you add for undead, so on and so forth.
So I guess my question is, I should have asked this last time. Am I doubling that 10 or am I doubling my 3?
You would double the one on your attack. So if you roll a D, whatever is left for the first one for your attack based off the physical, you double that one.
Okay, so 13 damage with that one
Okay.
plus 5. So 18 damage. Total.
Okay. So 18 altogether?
Yep.
Oof. You deal a massive blow as you take the rest of that strength that you had from that blow and swing it to the goal perpendicular to the other one. And you come along the head and you hear that snap and the neck just hangs off the by the shoulders, almost on its chest, and it's still moving. Oddly enough, you crunked enough
gracious.
strength, the skin is just holding onto the head right now, under the body, and it's still
Nearly
able to
headless.
move. Yes, nearly headless. With that, we go back to the top of the turn. Mordecai, it's your turn.
A whole new kind of bobblehead.
Oh yeah, it's a wobblehead.
Try to make him become totally headless, and I fire at the neck strap.
All right,
16.
that's a hit.
Oh. 13 damage.
Oh yeah, you pop at that neck where the head was hanging, and sure enough, poof, a little extra spin as the head hits the ground and the body falls backwards, leaving you guys in a completely empty area now, with only the sounds of the chants now ringing.
All right.
I'm going to extinguish my mace's light.
All right. So I'll roll for stealth to make my way towards chanting. 16.
Okay. You begin to make your way down the stairs.
Stealthily?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe I'll stay at the top of the stage.
Right? I'm scared to roll for stealth.
I have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Because you're wearing heavy armor.
Yep.
Mordecai, you go down there and help him.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oof.
Screw it.
Just a moment. I gotta pull my map again, see where you guys ended up.
Well, that's
That's
a
a bit
little
better.
better.
As you guys make your way down, you start to hear the chants coming through stronger and fuller, understand more what's being said. And in words are, He is the ancient, He is the land. He is the ancient, He is the land. Over and over and over again. And there's at least a dozen or so voices saying this.
A
So what,
dozen?
it didn't go down.
Uh-oh.
As you make your way in, you notice a large area, and in this large area, there happens to be a lot of items. And they seem to be some type of relics. And the items here are in these notches along the wall. There happens to be 13 notches currently in the walls. One, a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws.
Touch nothing but the lamp.
Mm-hmm. A knife carved from human bone, a dagger with a rat skull set into the pommel, an 8-inch diameter varnished orb made from a Nothic's eye, an aspergum carved from bone, a folded cloak made from stitched ghoul skin, a desiccated frog lashed to a stick, a bag full of bat guano, a hag's severed finger, a 6-inch tall wooden figurine of a mummy, its arms crossed over its chest, an iron pendant adorned with a devil's face, the shrunken, shriveled head of a halfling, and a small wooden coffer containing a dire wolf's withered tongue. Also, as you enter this room, you see to the south there happens to be a tunnel that slopes down at about a 20-degree angle into murky water and ends at a rusty portcullis.
Wano.
Bat guano, yummy.
Well, I jumbled kind of looking at the look of these things, but he's still going to investigate to see if anything looks particularly valuable. 14.
It's all pretty gross for the most part, except for the stick seems weird. It almost looks like some type of magic wand in a sense compared to everything else, but it's like weirdly lashed.
Sorry, describe the stick again.
A desiccated
was-
frog lashed to a stick. I'm sorry, let me say that right. A desiccated frog lashed to a stick.
Oh,
Wonder if it's like a
no, this thing
wand.
almost looks like a wand.
Yeah.
Wand, you say?
Huh. Funny that.
Let me take a closer look at it.
Go ahead. I ain't touching this thing. I can't get money for that. Even if it is magic. Who the hell wants a frog on a stick?
Kind of examine it closer, but I'm not touching it yet.
Okay, you see this thing, and it definitely does look like a magic wand. In fact, you could almost say it looks like a wand of polymorph. But upon a little more inspection, you're like, I don't know about this, and a couple of quick glances over, you realize it literally is just a frog lashed to a stick. No magic properties.
Yeah, I think you were right, Jumble. It's just the stick, man. Is there anything else down there, or just
Pop,
items?
pop, and Jumble grabs it and starts licking it like a lollipop.
You like this old looking stick.
Jose the frog on a stick.
You start to hallucinate and start seeing things that aren't there.
Ooh,
Just kidding. It's not
Good
that kind of
afternoon.
frog.
Probably be pretty dried out too, so I'm not sure how well that stuff would last.
Oh no, this thing is quite disgusting looking.
Let me have a taste.
Kind of look at disgust, Jumble.
Ew.
All of a sudden, Jumble stops and oh, why? Just why? Oh, man.
Are you guys
So
ready to
there's-
move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After we all get even the idea of that taste out of our mouths.
All right. Well, besides the 20-degree angle that goes into the murky water that goes down, there happens to be another tunnel that heads down to the south, adjacent to that one, or I won't say adjacent, but next to it in a sense, on the right side of it.
And that's where the chanting is coming from?
You can hear it through almost both sides now. You can hear it by the water, and you can also hear it coming from this other door as well. But this one is not in the water, so.
How was there chanting coming out of the water? Yeah.
I don't know, but I didn't bring my swimsuit. I say we go for the other door.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
you guys make your way through the tunnel and realize that you are now within the what seems to be a room that was meant to be for a prison. You see
Oh, no.
shackled
No, I've seen
prisoners
too many
here
of these.
along the walls, as well as cages, and it seemed that this is where they would keep their prisoners, all of which are nothing now more than bone, as only rusty shackles remain.
All right. There's no people in here chanting.
Mm-mm. You can hear it coming by the wall, though, for some weird reason. On the wall, to what would be the left of you, alongside some of the rooms, you can hear it coming from there.
Like it's coming
Well.
from the other side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I roll investigation on the wall to see, like, is there... Well, it's a 9, so I doubt I'm going to find anything, but...
No, but what you do see is there happens to be a prisoner towards the back, almost in the center of the room, but to the right of you, as you make your way through about the halfway point of this large room, you notice that there happens to be a one of the people that was currently hanging in the back of the wall is a human skeleton clad in a tattered black robe.
Go and investigate it.
Yeah.
Might as well take a look.
19.
11.
You notice that this robe it seems like a cult robe, Marilyn, but Zildred, you notice something shiny on one of the fingers, which happens to be actually very expensive ring.
Look back at Jumbo real quick, see if he noticed. All right,
Nope.
I gently slide this ring off of the skeleton's finger bone.
You do so. And also in doing so, while you also got this ring, you also, when you look back at Jumble, notice that behind him happens to be somewhat looks to be some type of doorway hidden in the walls.
And as I'm walking back to the group, I'm gonna examine this ring and point out that there's a door behind Jumble. There's a door there behind you.
Oh, huh. But how did I miss that?
Yeah, we were looking the wrong way. That was our problem.
From what you can see, Zildred, it's an expensive ring. It's worth about 25 gold pieces.
And I give it a like a ding, a flick over to Jumble. There you go, buddy.
I try to catch it.
Ooh.
Oh, you
10.
do, but barely. You fumble it a couple of times, but you do a quick clap and you hold onto it tight.
Jumble fumble.
Yeah, you jumble
Oh,
fumble,
wow.
but you're able to recover.
That's pretty and shiny. Oh, yeah, that'll get me a nice bit of gold. Wait, this isn't cursed, is it?
Don't think so.
But, it's usually not just that someone gives you an expensive looking ring out of the goodness of their heart. I'm just saying. I appreciate it, but I'm just saying.
I have no need for it, and I've heard you're passing comments and looking for valuables.
Well, all right then. Thanks, pal. But
And,
hey, if you got any valuables to pass along, you know where to find me.
that skeleton looked to be a cultist in its previous life, so he doesn't need it.
Well, hey,
Mhm.
skeletons don't need much of anything. Except burying.
All right, with that, what do you guys do? You have found the secret door in this chamber.
Well, I'll try to take a good listen and see if the chanting's coming from behind that door or not. 10.
Yep.
Like, actually behind the door, or are we going to have to go through another 5 intersections before we get to it?
It leads to a 5-way split.
Guess we'll have to find out, won't you?
Well, sounds like there's chanting coming from behind this door. I don't know how close, but it's at least behind there.
Is
I'll try to.
is there like a button to open this door, or is it like a door handle and everything? No, because it was a secret door, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's no discernible way to open it, I assume.
Nope.
Well, I'll investigate and investigate some more because that was a shitty roll. Okay, 21.
Oh
Try
yeah.
to find a
You
way to
definitely can
open this
tell
door.
it's got a pull on it, and you should be able to open it just by pulling.
Oh.
Finding somewhere to get your fingers in and just pulling back.
All right, I'm going to stealthily try to open this door. 16.
Okay, you do so. You open the door, trying not to gain anyone's attention. And as you look inside, you peer into what seems to be a 40-foot square room. The smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillars support the ceiling, and a breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. Murky water covers most of the floor. Stairs lead up to dry stone ledges that hug the walls. In the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octangular dais that also raises above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above a stone altar mounted on the dais. The altar is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and is stained with dry blood.
Do we see any chanters around anywhere? Or is it just the sound like emanating through this room?
It's the sound emanating within this room.
Spectral voices. All right, I guess.
That is really freaking me out.
Well, I'll. Is it dark in here?
No, actually, surprisingly enough, it is well lit.
All right. Warily approach the dais. Alone or
Roll
possibly with my
perception.
companions.
I'll come up with you.
As you do so, eerily enough, the chanting stops.
23 for perception.
Try to do that as well.
7, so I'm just still staring in silent horror at this thing, not even noticing the chanting has stopped.
As you make your way towards the dais, you notice the water is about 2 feet deep. The ledges in the central dais are about 5 feet high, 3 foot higher than the water surface. As you make your way towards the dais, now the chanting changes to "one must die, one must die," and in the center on this dais happens to be Frankie, currently in
Frankie?
shackles.
Frankie!
Frankie is currently unconscious, laying on the ground. And he's here over and over. One must die. One must die.
And look for a
Oh.
way to
Try
open
to-
these shackles.
Yeah.
Jumbo all of a sudden roar and starts screaming something in Orcish. And he's just starting to try to yank these chains off the dais and just is trying to smash this thing apart with his bare hands because he's just pissed and not liking this thing. 27 athletics check to just start beating the shit out of this thing and get Frankie free.
Okay. Well, you do so. You do break the chains that are currently holding her in place. Also, as you do that, you see a half embedded in the east wall is a wooden wheel connected to a hidden chain and mechanisms. There's also a hole in the west wall, which leads to a naturally formed alcove. There seems to be some type of half-submerged pile in there as well.
Oh, what?
Go inspect the wheel and see what the mechanisms do. Maybe see if I can track
Jumble's
down.
just trying to reduce this altar to rubble with his bare hands.
The chanting continues as one must die, and you start to see 13 dark apparitions appear on the ledges overlooking the room. Each one resembles a black-robed figure holding a torch, but the torch flame is black and seems to draw light into it. Where you expect to see faces are voids. So the light actually begins to darken within this room as 13 of them now surround over top of the outsides on the ledges above the room.
And
Oh, shit.
I ignite my mace. My light shall destroy your darkness.
They just keep chanting "One must die" over and over and over again.
I know none of you understand Orcish, but the meaning is you're gonna die. Have I
Yeah,
reduced
while they
this
just
thing to
keep
rubble
chanting
yet?
it.
Or
All right.
am I breaking this
What-
altar or is it somehow resistant?
It's pretty resistant. You're breaking pieces of it, but it doesn't seem to matter. It's not really doing anything for them. It was nothing more than a platform for them to use. It's not so much holds the power itself.
what did Mordecai find on that wheel?
Oh, are you going to the wheel right now?
Yeah, I went up there earlier. I only
Okay.
rolled a 9 though to investigate.
Okay, it raises and lowers what's called the portcullis.
Oh, Porculus. Okay.
Yep.
Huh.
I try
What's
to
that?
break off a piece of rock and throw it at one of the figures. 22 to bust off that piece of rock.
Oh yeah, you grab that chunk of rock now. You got a big old piece.
Okay, and I try to throw it at one of the figures. 15.
It cuts right through as if it was nothing more than the specter.
Okay. What's the portcullis? Where does that go?
There happens to be some type of mound in the way of that.
Can I tell from this distance what this mound is made out of?
Would you roll for perception?
I didn't roll anything.
We'll roll for perception, please.
Ooh, 4.
You can't really tell exactly. All you know, it seems to be some type of plant mound.
All right. Are you able to raise the portcullis from where you're at?
Yeah, I was gonna try. I was gonna ask though, is the mound in front of the porculus like on our side, or is it behind it?
It's in front of it.
Okay, so it's like on our side then.
Mm-hmm. It's within the room.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to use the mechanism. See what happens.
Roll a strength check for me, please.
And here's where I
Oh
fail.
boy.
Oh, it was a nat 20. What?
There you go.
Normally that'd be right, but you actually need 20 to lift it. So
Ah. Battle Cat, I need you.
Wait, you didn't lift it?
No, just
but the
Barely
stirring's
9.
going on. The mound now seems to move as it's trying to be lifted. It gets frustrated and suddenly starts to take shape as this large plant-like creature makes its way towards you.
Now's the time for the catapult flames.
Try to raise it again, I guess, with Battle Cat's help. I mean, he's got plus 19 strength.
I'll give you one last chance.
I rolled an 11.
Nope.
what did Battle Cat get?
What's the mod on a 19? Isn't that like a plus 4? Like 14?
Yep.
14 then for Battle Cat. We're trying to pull this thing up together. It's in his gauntlets of ogre strength.
And you rolled what? 21. Okay, you
Total?
pull it out of the water that once was in now, as it's now level with the rest of the players.
Oh no.
Roll initiative,
Oh.
please.
No.
So he pulled the monster out of the water?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Weird.
It happens to be a platform that you can pull up to another level from where you're at. They used to use it to actually bring slaves into there to be sacrificed.
Yay. Cheery.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was 10. 13 for Maryland.
You got a 13 as well.
13 for Zildred.
Maryland got a 10. I don't know.
Then who got the... What did Jumble get?
I got 10.
Yeah, 11.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, I actually rolled the highest initiative.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Zildred, you go first.
Okay, first, I'm going to cast first level spell called Bless, and I'm going to target my 3 companions. And for the next minute, when anybody makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, they can add an additional D4 to that roll.
Nice.
And I think that's all. I don't think I can cast 2 spells a turn. I think you're going to only attack twice
Yeah.
per turn. So I cast Bless on my teammates. Will receive the blessings of Elysium.
That's on the attack roll itself then to hit.
Yep, attack or a saving throw.
Okay.
Is that your turn then?
That is, I guess I'll try to move to put myself between it and my squishier companions.
Okay. You move to the front of the group. With that, Marilyn, it's your turn.
Oh, wow. Me already? Wow, you guys rolled low.
It's 13, 12, 11, 10.
I got a 10. How did I get second?
Wait, why do you say you have 12 then? I put 10 in there. Oh, whatever. Okay, just go.
Okay. I wasn't prepared.
Wait, Jumbo, what'd you have? I'm sorry. That
10.
10. You both had 10. Hang on a second. Derp. Okay, Mordecai, you go.
Yep.
Then Jumble, then Marilyn. Oy vey. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to shoot a firebolt at it.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Okay.
With 8 damage.
All right, and it actually makes it 4 because it has resistance to fire.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll switch tactics and I'll try to shoot poison spray at it. That's
Shoot with water.
that's a Constitution save 14.
All right. Nope, doesn't clear.
Then it does nothing. And I'll have Battle Cat move right up next to Zildred.
Oh no, that's not. I meant he didn't get the save.
Oh, lovely. And that's 16 damage.
Okay.
Poison.
Takes the poison damage and winces a little bit at it, but is still undeterred and moving towards you. All right, Jumble, it's your turn.
All right. I enter the barbarian rage. And I get up my greatsword and try to cleave at this thing. 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Starting to feel like my blood spell was a waste.
And that's 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I have my second attack since it's my first go. 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. And let's see, that'll be 9 plus a d8. So that's 17 slashing damage.
Okay. You actually do quite a bit of damage to this thing as you cut into it, cutting off vines and such as it reaches towards you, and can hear some type of scream coming from it in complete and total annoyance at being completely rebuked from being able to grapple in front of it. But with that,
Sorry, and that's another +2 damage from Barbarian Rage. I forgot to add that in.
okay, I'll add that. Marilyn, it's your turn.
I'd also like to use poison spray. Mordecai took my idea.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw of 13.
It passes.
It got better.
Mm-hmm. Learned the first time.
Yep.
I'm done.
All right. With that, after being attacked, it now is frustrated and aims for Jumble. And will now try to slam him with its tendrils. Misses the first time. Tries again. And misses for a second time. With that, we go back to the top of the turn order.
All right, I'll rush in and give him a good old thrashing. 10. I'm not
Nope.
pushing. Okay. Natural 20.
Roll again for crit.
Just critting like a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crit happens.
It happens. 17 to hit.
Yes. That is a hit.
Oh, I see. Okay, for some reason, when I rolled the crit, my damage changed to 2d6 on my Lightbringer, but when I rolled that next dice, it went away.
Ah, yeah, that's your double. So normally we would just would multiply it, but if you roll it, I guess it gives you another dice. So
All right, so yeah, I'll just. So it's at 19 damage with my first bit there. I don't think I want to use any more spell slots because I'm almost out. So, is this thing undead?
No, it is not.
Okay, so just 19 damage.
Okay. You leap into
Yeah.
action, dealing quite a heavy blow to this thing. As you send it back a bit, it screams out in pain and winces, but still able to move. Tendril is starting to move around more frantically and more infuriated.
It's agitated.
Mordecai, it's your turn.
I'm gonna pull out my pistol. Gonna fire at it. The 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
12 damage.
Okay.
See,
You fire
Go ahead.
fire a shot, popping off a couple of its vines, and again, getting more frustrated that's not able to get a hold of any of you.
I'll shoot it again then. Agitate, poke the bear, so to speak. The
Poke
10,
away.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Nope, that's a
Add
miss.
your D4. Add your D4.
Oh, add a d4. Yeah, it's true.
Use your bless.
Oh, that's right.
You're blessed, child.
I done blessed you, child.
Oh, no.
I'm on 11.
No.
I feel so blessed.
Sorry, Charlie.
Hashtag blessed.
Even with the blessing, you're still missing. With that, Jumble, it's your turn.
Great sword. 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
And 13 slashing damage.
Okay. Once again, cutting off more and more of its limbs. It's starting to become less and less of a mound and more of a pile. And it is becoming more and more frustrated at this. I couldn't even hear that.
It's just silence.
All right, so what are we doing?
Next person. That's my
Okay.
turn.
Oh, you only get that additional attack on your first round?
Yeah, it's part of my Gloomstalker thing.
Oh, okay.
And because I multi-classed, I don't have the extra attack yet from Barbarian.
Gotcha. That makes sense then. All right, well, Marilyn, you're up next.
I want to try hitting it with my spider staff.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, a 16.
That's a hit.
Okay. I got a 1 on my D6.
It heals 1 hit point.
How's that even
also-
possible?
I
It
don't
also
know.
does poison damage.
Okay, yeah, it does. Thank God. Okay, makes something worth it. Another 1. So 2 damage.
So it's
2
like a
damage.
little poison poke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, yeah. As if you're trying to say you're also trying to help.
I'm helping.
Well, the mound's not unimpressed, so he's going to try and slam you with its tendrils from that,
Ooh.
Marilyn.
How dare you poke me?
And that's a hit.
Of course it is.
That's 12 damage.
Oh.
Hang on.
Ouch.
Hang on 1 sec. Okay, so that because she still takes it, but I'm allowed to take a opportunity attack because she was attacked within 5 feet of me.
Mhm.
It's called Sentinel attack.
Yep. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, still giving me some 12 damage.
You see it? You're still taking the damage, sadly. 24 to hit
That's a hit.
and 10 damage.
Okay. You're able to rebuke an attack once made from Shambling Mound. You also go back and say, well, let me show you what I can do. And you flash into this thing. And again, this is becoming more and more of a smaller mound. And he's becoming more and more frustrated. And he once again tries to slam Marilyn.
Oh no.
Can't do anything after that.
It's a hit.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I do not have a lot of hit points.
That's 8 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
And on top of that, you're now going to start becoming engulfed as this thing tries to pull you into it to feed off of you.
Oh,
You are blinded and restrained, and you have to roll a DC 14 on your next turn, or this thing is going to give you 2d8 worth of bludgeoning damage.
oh, that wouldn't be good. I have 1 hit point left.
Oh shit.
And we go
One.
back to the top of the order.
One.
Um,
Somebody kill this thing.
Is it my
All
turn? Or is it?
It's
So
Zildred's turn.
oh, my turn. Okay,
Oh,
so
help the kids, they said. It'll be fine.
all right, that's fine. All right, so I dealt. I got 22 on my attack.
That's a hit.
Okay. Fudge. Alright, I'll expend one more spell slot, the first level, to smite. So this will add an additional D8 damage, or 2d8, sorry. So my first bit here, 13 plus 8, so 21 damage. My first swing.
Okay. That's quite a
Good
bit.
first
This thing
swing.
is just literally a few more vines left that's holding on to Marilyn for dear life, trying to basically absorb her flesh into its own.
Yeah, second swing is a 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
Minimum down 8.
Ooh. You hack and slash this thing to where it literally is a few vines left. It's still
Have
just
it.
cranking on Marilyn and to snap her
Mordecai.
in two, basically.
I leave the glory to you.
Fuck.
And with that, it's Mordecai's turn.
Oh. All right.
Save the
Mordecai, you
lady.
better save me, man.
Make up for all your previous charisma fails.
Try to shoot it.
Don't shoot her.
Watch out, Marilyn.
25 to hit.
That's a hit.
Ah,
7 damage.
It's done. You find that one spot where the nucleus or brain seems to be, and you're able to pinpoint it and go pop, shoot between the vines, and it just drops after that, completely withering down and dying.
Mordecai single-handedly saves Marilyn.
Makes me look real good right now, doesn't
turn
it?
to the specters surrounding us and declare an orchid. Basically, something along the lines of, "Are you not entertained?"
They're not. Oh, they're pissed. They are beyond pissed right now.
Oh, good.
Good.
Let's go to that alcove and get a quick long rest in and come back.
So just sleep for 8 hours while these things are pissed off.
No, actually, because the walls and everything are starting to change around you.
Oh.
Oh, lovely.
Are we out of combat right now, or are we still in combat?
Oh, you're still in combat. In fact, I need you guys to re-roll again, because what's about to happen now is you guys now have to escape. You have to run like your life depends on it, because the house is now out to get you.
All right, so
20 on
is
initiative.
there like a space and time between this, or does it just happen immediately?
Am I supposed to roll something?
You're still
You guys should
alive.
start rolling initiatives shortly, but roll this on your own. I have to actually keep track of myself for this last part. And now I need a pencil. Actually, no, I don't need a pencil. You guys can just hang on. Don't roll yet.
Okay.
Oh, I had a
I'll
good
be nice
roll.
enough to say,
Everybody already rolled.
okay, I got a 20,
think
I got a
this house is
6.
gonna eat me.
Marilyn, what'd you roll?
I haven't rolled initiative yet.
Okay, you can roll now. You're fine.
I don't wanna. 12.
Okay. So we got a 12, a 6, and a 13. I'm going to roll for Frankie.
I'm a 20.
Okay. All right. Any of you guys going to carry Frankie, by the way? He's unconscious still?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. With that, Jumble, it's your turn.
You don't want
I need you to
throw
start
her-
making acrobatics checks to try and get through. You guys are currently going to have to run like your life depends on it.
Oh god.
Okay. How many acrobatics checks?
I want you to roll one right now. as you
Okay.
try to pass through the doorway to get up to. Okay, let me say this right now. You guys have been pushed out from that cult room all the way up the stairs, and you start seeing the walls. Like I said, they're becoming bricked up. All the windows are becoming bricked up right now. The outer walls are now becoming impervious to the weapons that you guys have.
Oh no.
So the doors are starting to disappear and are now slashing Scythe blade.
Do I have enough time to use lay on hands before we have to start sprinting?
Yeah.
All right, Marilyn, I'm gonna heal you up. What'd you take? 8? Right?
What?
How much damage did you take?
She has one
I-
hit point left.
I have 1.
All right,
I
what's your
started with 21.
21? All right, I'll 15 healing hands points onto you.
Oh, thank you.
Anybody? How about you're pretty hurt, aren't you, Jumble? Or
No,
you still, no? Okay.
it didn't hit me at all.
No one got touched besides Marilyn. Marilyn got her ass.
Yeah, I got
whomped.
killed, man.
So how close are you to full hit points?
I'm only like 5 hit points away from full.
Her full
I'll give you 5 more.
her HP is currently at 21. The only person lower than her is Frankie at 16.
And
That tells
Frankie
you
hasn't
something.
leveled up.
No,
I'm a human. I can't help it.
you said Baghead.
I use-
So, you know what, Baghead? If that would work, if only.
I
So
use 20 points of healing.
Yep.
Lay on hands on Marilyn.
okay, so you guys are fully healed up. All right. 17. You're able to pass through the first doorway up to the stairs. Jumble has made it through. Next would be Mordecai.
Oh shit. Acrobatics.
Yep.
That's one of my worst stats.
16.
Yep. You pass through. It's barely scathing, but you do miss the skites coming through. Marilyn, you're next.
3.
Nope.
You think?
That's 2d10 slashing damage.
Yay!
And that is a total of. Oh my. It's 13. 13 damage. I'm so
You're trying to kill me.
No, I'm done. Oh, this is bad. Okay, Zildred, your turn.
Did I just carry her too?
If you really want.
What is it? Acrobatics?
Yeah, I might give you disadvantage though, because now you have to jumble 2 bodies at once.
Yeah.
18.
18.
Oh, wait. Well, I guess it didn't matter. She scored a 3. Has a minute passed yet since that combat ended?
Yes.
Damn.
You guys got pushed out of that room. It took some time to get up the first flight. Anyway, you passed through again. Now you're up to almost to the bottom level of the basement currently. Again, more doors with skites, blades, so on and so forth.
They hurt. Don't hit them.
On top of that, one of the stoves which you guys had passed through by the larder is now emitting poisonous smoke. So at the top of the hour, Jumble, it's your turn. I need you to roll to get through the door up to the first level of the house. I need you to roll an acrobatics check. And then I need you to roll one more. I need to roll a constitution check after that.
Okay, so 1 acrobatics, 1 constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, 16 on acrobatics. And 14 on constitution.
Once again, surprisingly enough, this time you barely go by the sights, but you're able to avoid the poisonous fumes currently coming out of the stove and make your way up to the first level of the house now. It is your turn, Mordecai. Same thing.
14 for acrobatics. 23 for constitution.
You make it by the poisonous smoke just fine, but the skites unfortunately do cut into your flesh a little bit as you try to pass by them, taking a total of 12 damage.
Yeah, you were right, Marilyn. They do hurt.
A lot.
Marilyn, it's your turn.
Oh, good.
I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Oof.
acrobatics again.
Can Battle Cat be near her?
Okay,
Sure.
15.
Okay.
And then an 8 constitution.
Oy.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Nice, we get to see
So
what
Do
this
you
is
have
your-
inspiration still?
I do, actually. Nifty.
If Battle Cat's near you, I'll let you roll one more time for that Constitution.
Okay.
Oh, no, that works.
Hey, 18 constitution.
All right. This time you're able to dip underneath that poison smoke.
Yeah,
You
he just
barely,
waves the gas away.
yeah, it's barely passed by that last time with the skites, but this time you managed to dodge them as well as do a quick little duck under that smoke and make your way up the stairs. Zildred, your turn.
Row. 15 acrobatics.
Okay, that's a pass.
And then Constitution. Oh no. 10.
Yep, just barely. You hold your breath and you're able to pass through that cloud of poisonous smoke. Very simply. It dodges the skies also barely. You guys kind of follow the same pattern, watching everyone else go. You kind of figure it out a little bit. With that, you guys are now at the first level of the house. This house is now shaking angrily at the fact that you guys did not do the ritual, and you've also killed its primary monster within the basement that absorbed the life of the the sacrifices that would appease Strahd. But you also notice now within the walls they're becoming quite brittle at the top layer now as the house is beginning to shut down on itself.
Yay.
Is it still on fire?
Yeah, you can now see from the second level a layer of flame above, which kind of tells that the house is already kind of falling apart. So it's almost like an attack on both sides, causing the walls to look. You can see cracks and stuff within the boards on the outside of the house, paint peeling, so on and so forth. So they look very, very destructible right now.
I think
Yeah,
we
you
should just
stupid
leave.
house. I agree. Take out a couple of support columns on the way.
Okay. If you would like to try and make a breakthrough, I need you guys to roll athletics.
Hey, I'm better at that.
Whoever wants to do it.
Is my barbarian rage still active, or would that have worn off?
I'll allow it. No, you didn't take any damage. I'll allow it because you are technically still in combat.
Okay, I'll roll. Okay, 23 athletics.
Oh yeah. You bust down this door like you're a defensive lineman and just
Carry
bash it
Frankie
right
like
down.
a football.
Yeah. You do the whole hand out in front and then just shoulder tackle the door and it goes flying.
Yeah, I'm going out the door.
Yeah.
Yep. Do
You
we
all
all
make your way
superhero
out the door,
dive
and
out
as
it
you do
explodes?
so, you watch the house crumble in on itself, cursing and screaming into the night, which you didn't know the house could make noise. You see what were the kids at some point standing there, but now holding their heads as they begin to flicker in and out of existence, taking weird forms, and not just of the children, but of the parents, of the cult members, of a mimic of different shapes within the house. Shield, sword, statue, so on and so forth, until finally the house crumbles within itself, being no more, and then you see what happened to be the fog around the building disperse.
As I said in the beginning, house mimic.
Nailed it.
Pretty much.
Good riddance.
What was that creature we fought in the bottom? Did any of us do like an investigate? I guess I'll do like a
He called it a shambling mold at one point.
Shambling
Or
mound.
shambling
Mound.
mound. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
my mistake.
It literally is more of a creature made up of vines.
I know what that is.
It's like a Tangela.
Yeah. And the cultists were actually trying to sacrifice these people to this thing. And that's why the house would like lure in visitors and things like that to be used. And the house itself was feeding off of the people.
Fun.
You just referenced a Pokemon.
Yeah, I did.
Do you reference Tangela?
Maybe.
Oy vey.
Pretty sure
Anyway.
a shambling mound is a lot more messed up looking than Tangela.
Yeah. It kind of looks like Swamp Thing, to be honest.
Well, we made it out
Actually,
okay.
Did I save a picture? I did save a
Sort of.
picture. Sort of.
Yeah.
More or less.
My character needs a long rest.
You
Wow, I didn't save one. That's sad.
Oh,
know,
maybe I can.
I'm almost out of lay on hands. I only have a single first level and a single second level spell slot left.
I have cure wounds if we need it.
You had cure wounds?
Well, he was already using lay on hands. I'm not going to double heal you for no reason.
Wow, where'd it be?
Damn.
Hmm.
You're real trying hard, aren't you?
Stop getting into danger so much. Jeez.
I wanted
Okay.
to leave the kids out there.
All right, there's
Oh, you put it up there. I was gonna grab it, but yeah, you got it. Cool.
Nice.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, hey, there's Marilyn.
Yeah. Being sucked right in.
Yep.
With that, you guys have Frankie. The daylight starts to. You can see the sun starting to come up. The spirits are starting to disperse that were once going to the castle, as now the streets are empty for the most part. You make your way back to the church, and as you can see, they've already started the ritual to bury the burgermeister, and they're all gathered around as they say a few hymns and prayers and things like that to make your way into the church. They're happy to see you afterwards once the ceremony is done. The the preacher looks at you and he's like, "What happened to this one? She looks very, very hurt. Are you okay?"
I'm fine.
Well, I would suggest that you take a nice rest and relax for now, and then travel when you are ready. So my home is welcome to you. There are beds. My son's bedroom is also now available if need be. You can take your rest, and once you are ready, you may head out. What it is you are going to do now that you have buried your father, Irina? Irina explains that she is going to go with your brother to somewhere safe away from Strahd, who is currently after her. And in doing so, he says, when you wake up, I may have some ideas of a location that you may go to that may be safe from the prying eyes of the lord of this land. And with that, you guys will get a long rest, and we will stop here for tonight.
Yay.
All right.
Yay! So, you guys actually went through what's supposed to be a pre-level before Strahd starts, if you want, called Death House.
Free level.
Mm-hmm. In fact, this was actually, for those who have watched previous before we started this Strahd, what we were starting on in our last campaign. We did Strahd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jep almost died.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because a lot of the rooms, like, there was so much stuff you guys actually missed because you guys was like, shortcut, let's go. It's great because when you went to the third level, even my brain's like, I don't know how they're going to get to the basement from here. And then it's like secret doors. Like, how come we never found any of these secret doors when we were doing this? We went through so many rooms and we couldn't find anything. It was mind-boggling.
The house must not have been on fire in your last campaign.
No,
It wasn't.
no, it was not. No, I take that back. I did set it on fire.
Oh yeah, we tried to burn a body just to be on the safe side because there was a ghost.
There was that specter upstairs that was, which by the way, that house fabricated the two that you saw beforehand, and also the specter you guys didn't meet. Just a specter, not a baby, nothing like that. There is no other third child.
Oh, so that was just like part of its whole elaborate lure you in trap.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
I know, right? I'm like reading something that's like, really? This whole time I'm like, we've got like all this story invested in like, who's this baby? Blah blah blah. And it's like none of it exists.
Yeah. It's all fallacy.
Yep. The only part of it that was real was the children upstairs in the attic, and then the rituals being performed in the basement.
Well, what do you expect? All the house can do is sit there. Of course, it's going to write all sorts of fan fiction for itself.
Yeah, it's true. Who else are you going to talk to? It's like, all right, I'm going to add an extra child. And the family was actually a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, that'll lure him in.
Yeah, totally. Poor kids. Oh, man.
They'll eat this up after I eat them up.
Exactly. All in the name of Strahd.
Guy's a dick.
He is, right? Pretty rough.
All right, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought this was going to go way longer, though, with all these passageways and extra doors.
Yeah.
You guys didn't mess around. I expected you so much to be like, I want to go here or there. Like, every time I'm waiting for it, you guys are like, let's go south. I'm like, oh, thank you. Okay, cool. We can just get this done. We're not going to try to explore too much. Cool. Because, like, oh my gosh. You know what? Real quick, before we get off, I just wanted to show you guys the map.
Yeah.
I was going to give you guys the map earlier. I'm like, no, because they'll whip right through it.
Yeah, let me see this so-called map. Another fabrication of the house.
The labyrinth.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yikes.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
There's so many passageways.
Mm-hmm. And you guys just like, Sal, go. So it's like, cool. Yes, I'm for it. The X's, as you can see on the one map for the underground near the death house, the first level of the basement, those were the ghouls from the sides I was trying to tell you about how the passageway were really narrow.
Okay.
There's one's to the left of you and then one's to the in front of you. So it really was like take one out and then take the one behind it and so on and so forth. And then the stairs to the left and that went right down. Yeah, you guys didn't even like, what's this chamber? What's this chamber? You're just like, rock and roll, let's go. It was awesome. Like, okay, I'm not going to fight him. Do it.
For me, it was more just, this is getting too complicated. Let's just go somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, that's just crazy about, like, there's so many extra rooms and shit. But all the rooms you guys, when you guys just go up the stairs, you didn't even like look through anything. Like, let's go to the next level. Oh, there's a draft. Let's check that out. And then when you set that one room on fire, it's like, perfect. Okay, cool. Now I can expose the secret door. You guys like, let's go for it. So yeah.
There's no easy way out.
Nope.
Unless you set it on fire.
Yep. So great. I'm going to catapult this, and I miss.
Horribly.
Yep. Well, it worked out in the end.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah. that was a
Well,
lot of
everyone
fun.
watching, it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to go right back into it next time, and these guys are going to be escorting a lady to try to keep her from the hands of Strahd, and we'll see how well that goes. So keep tuning in. We got more on the way. We're going to do Crash Pandas again real soon, I'm sure. So be on the lookout for that for the part 2. I'm sure you guys are going to love that.
Yeah.
And as well as the TikToks and stuff. So thank you guys again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
well,
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
bye.
Bye. And